All right, we're live now. Hello there, everyone, and welcome to the finale of my The Last of Us playthrough. Today, I am joined by BuzzAxe instead of Evan. Evan unfortunately cannot make it tonight, but BuzzAxe is here to keep me company.
Will be duly noted.
Yeah, yeah. BuzzAxe is here to keep me company as I play through Salt Lake City. I thought that was actually San Diego when I messaged BuzzAxe like what part I was on. But apparently it's Salt Lake City. I can see it on the sign right here. Although subjectively it could be San Diego, right?
No. Shut the fuck up.
Well, you know, from my point of view, I'm in San Diego.
No, San Diego is the nest of simpering liberals, and then Salt Lake City is the hive of Mormonism. They're completely different.
That is true, actually. Liberals probably wouldn't mesh very well with Mormonism, right?
It's gonna be different. I just know
Well,
it.
I mean,
We're gonna be
let's
there.
not be religious. All right.
Sure of it.
Let's have a look at what chat's saying here. Hello, Uncompetitive. Hello, Lime Green Hunk. Hello, Seatown. And hello, Jimbo. How are you doing?
Lime green hunk. Oh.
Lime Green Hunk, yeah.
Oh, send me picture. I need to develop lime green hunk.
Yeah, Lime Green Hunk. Send BuzzAxe a picture. Because you might actually be his type.
That is true. Lord knows I am a whore. So.
Yes, indeed. Okay.
Oh shit.
Well,
Is that good?
what is that, James Moore? What did you just realize? Oh, you played the second game? Okay, so I don't even have a copy of the second game yet, guys. I'm actually... I held off on buying a copy today so that I could play this... I could finish this game story first. The idea being...
so you could go play a good game.
Well, so what I was thinking was, okay, I'm not in a rush to play the second game today anyways. So, what if possibly tomorrow or the day after, whenever it is I pick up the game, it's going to be this weekend, guys. Don't worry, I'm not stalling it. But I was hoping that maybe, you know, there's a chance that I can pick up a pre-owned copy where I give my money to GameStop rather than Naughty Dog. So that's the plan, is to get, or maybe Second and Charles would have it. The idea is to give it to a reseller rather than to Naughty Dog themselves.
Just a real quick question, I guess, not specifically about spoilers in Last of Us 2, but tell me, Southpaw, how do you feel about Neil Druckmann in the wake of all of this? How do you feel about Neil?
I think that he is a hack. I had Papa G tell me that he can't possibly be a hack because he helped make The Last of Us. And I think that's a silly argument to make. Like, you can be part of making a good movie but still be a hack writer. Like, Kathleen Kennedy has been involved in so many good movies. Like, her name is in the credits of several classic movies like Jurassic Park and Raiders of the Lost Ark. But that doesn't mean that she's not a hack. I think
there's an interesting... Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, well, I actually saw Raiders of the Lost Ark tonight, and I just wanted to say that
nice.
film holds up very well.
I agree. I was just gonna mention that there's an interesting conversation I think to be had regarding creators, and that sometimes I think people really just have one good story.
Yeah.
And I think we have examples of that. Like, sometimes people can they have one and they're done, and they don't really then that's it. The well runs dry. Or even or sometimes worse than that, somebody can have like a storied career and then they just run out of juice and they don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
And that's kind of sadder.
I'm of the same disposition. Like, it is possible that you can make a one good story, and then after that you make like just shit because all your good ideas were for that one story that was like a passion project or something.
Yeah. Well, that's life, I guess. Also, I agree, Jimbo. Last Crusade is my favorite Indiana Jones movie. Shit's lit.
It's pretty good. You know, Raiders of the Lost Ark doesn't have Sean Connery, but I actually did just watch Raiders of the Lost Ark tonight, and I gotta say, it holds up a lot better than I remembered, because you know how a lot of people say that there's a plot hole where India is somehow on the outside of a U-boat while it goes underwater for a certain stretch of time?
Yes.
So, Buzz, what do you think of that plot hole before I continue?
I would say I don't know enough about the function of U-boats to know definitively whether or not that would work.
So I have the answer. The U-boat
Oh,
in the
enlighten
film,
me.
the U-boat in the
Yes.
film is never shown submerging. Indy
Oh,
gets
so it's just cruising
Yeah.
surface level?
Indy gets on top of the U-boat, and then we see like the map montage and everything with the red line, and then the U-boat arrives at the little dock, and it's like never shown actually going underwater or getting up out of the water.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I guess that makes sense. Why they wouldn't have a reason to submerge because they're not
it's
hiding from anyone?
it's not even a very far trip. If you like pay attention to the map, they're not traveling a very far distance. So Indy wouldn't even be going that long without food or water, and the elements that he'd be exposed to wouldn't even be that harsh. So that's actually not a plot hole in Indiana Jones. As for like why would Indy know how to look away when the Ark is opened? So my interpretation of the scene that as of today would be that so some people say, well, if Indy knew to do that, then why wouldn't he just let the Nazis take the Ark so that Hitler and all the other leaders would die, right?
Yes.
The answer is, so in the first act of the movie, when Marcus Brody is at Indy's house, right? They're having a discussion about the Ark, and Marcus clearly believes that there is something to the myths surrounding the Ark, and Indy outright says that he is not superstitious. He believes that the Ark is it's like a really important relic. There's like all this great history behind it, but he doesn't believe that the legends surrounding it are correct. So he's actually like that isn't a plot hole either, because what's happening in the scene where the Ark gets opened up is he starts hearing like some specters coming out, like there's some supernatural shit that's clearly happening with the Ark, and that's when he realizes, oh my god, the Ark is actually supernatural. There is actually something to those legends, and because he's read up on those legends, yeah, and because he's read up on those legends in the past, because he's aware of at least what the Ark is purported to be able to do, he's like, okay, it's, the legends say that it kills anyone that looks at it, so I guess we have to close our eyes.
Now, here's the thing. I'm a double pastor's kid, which means both of my parents have been pastors in my lifetime.
Right.
I don't recall any point in the Old Testament where the Israelites opened the Ark and blasted the Philistines. I think it would have been a lot cooler if they did. I think that would have kind of been lit, that the Ark was like their doomsday weapon. I don't remember that, but still cool end scene in the movie.
Right. Let's see. Okay. I can go in through here. Hopefully there's no zombies to kill me.
There's so many of them.
Yeah, that
Maybe
scene,
I
I agree, Lime Green Hunk. There are a couple movies that I watched with my father as a child that I questioned why he let me watch them, considering he was an intensely religious person. That's one of them, because that end scene is very intense.
It's really intense, yeah.
The other two are Terminator 1 and 2, which I watched with my father when I was about 8, and yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff in those movies that I don't think a child should have seen.
I actually didn't see the Terminator movies until I was like about, I think I want to say 11 or 12. A little bit older than you were, I imagine.
Damn, when you're a grown man, you're so mature, you can handle the horrors of the world.
Shit.
Meanwhile, I was an impressionable 8. I'm not even double digits. I was so foolish.
Going through a lot of arrows here.
A random human said, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is the best movie of all time. All right, thanks, troll. Get out of here. Get out of it. Get out of him.
Don't add him though. He said don't add him, so that means you can't respond to his opinion.
I didn't add him. I just called him out live on stream.
That's worse. You're shaming him for his opinion, man.
Yes, he should be shamed.
That is
There's certain
true.
opinions that deserve to be shamed.
That is true. But like, you know what's funny about the people that say, "Look, it's just his opinion, okay? Leave him alone." It's like, well, it's my opinion that his opinion is shit. Leave me alone. You know, you can just
Yeah.
use that. You just use that.
Stop
Just to,
silencing discourse.
yeah,
Also, that whole opinion argument really fades quick because like we all know there are people that have perspectives on things that are just reprehensible. So at what point is an opinion a worthy defense? Because I mean, like come on,
right.
like some people's you know what? No, I was about to get hardcore political. I'm not gonna.
No, no,
Let's
no.
just have fun.
Let,
Let's
no,
have fun.
no, no, no. Let's go there. Let's go there. It's my opinion.
Oh
Actually,
no.
okay, no, no, no.
Remember,
So
chat,
listen.
I tried to stop this.
Listen,
I tried to stop this, chat.
It's not my. Holy shit! There's 3 bloaters here. Okay, because there's one that I just passed. Now there's 2. Okay.
Just use your shotgun, bro. What the fuck?
I'd rather try to avoid making any noise.
No, dude, CQC the bloater.
Let's see. So it could be a person's opinion that the Holocaust is a good thing.
Oh, no. Oh, you came out, you swung real big.
I mean, am I wrong?
You're not wrong. People would think that. No.
That's an opinion that some people have, but it's a bad opinion. Okay, it's a wrong opinion. You can't just go, well, it's just my opinion. Defend that. The same people that go, oh, it's just their opinion, they're not going to defend. They're not going to pull that out for people that think that the Holocaust was a good thing.
No, they're not. Yeah. What is this? Oh yeah, the arm getting cut off in A New Hope too. That's another. It's not horrible, but that was another scene where I was like, oh wow. When I watched it as a youngin'. Damn,
Right.
dude, violence. Arms. I remember distinctly. This is a bit embarrassing, but I remember I was watching The Phantom Menace for the first time with my family. In my basement. We didn't watch it in theater. And then my dad had a VCR of it. This is throwback, boys. VCR. So, gentlemen, a cassette tape was a method of media that predated CDs.
And DVDs.
And DVDs. And there was a tape, and there was a roll of film that the information would be described on. And then you would put it in what's called a VCR. A video cassette recorder, and you would put it in that, and then it would play it sort of like a mini film projector on the all contained within a little box, and it would project on your TV. But anyways, we were watching this, and it got to the scene where Qui-Gon Jinn dies. I don't know how old I was, but I full on ugly cried because he gets stabbed. Because it's like, think about it. You're a child. It's a very dramatic moment. You know, he's basically fighting a demon. And then, it's Liam Neeson. He's a nice calming presence in that movie. And he just gets impaled in the stomach.
Yeah.
And just full on ugly cry. I'm like, they can't do this. They can't take away green lightsaber man. I just met him.
Okay. I'm hoping I can get across here. Oh, shit.
Listen, I'm uncompetitive. I don't know how things work. Maybe, listen, all I know is that there's stuff inside, there's a tape, thing of tape inside the VCR. Looks like film to me. I'm probably wrong. Don't trust my opinion on things. Well, trust my opinion on certain things, kids. Probably not certain things. No, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not a film major, I'm a social worker.
You don't have to drop that crate for me.
Hey, Southwide.
Yeah.
Bit of advice. Don't die.
I'm
Have you tried that?
I'm thinking about not dying. It's a possible thing. I'm just trying to think
Get it?
here.
That's
Okay. If I can get the clicker to just go away. Don't you dare.
I think I still have like a whole drawer full of old videos.
Fucking hell.
Mostly Disney.
Come on. Arrow.
I don't understand why aren't you using CQC? It's a tried and true method from Big Boss himself.
For the clicker?
Yeah, dude. If Big Boss was here, he would Dude, he would disarm that bloater, and he would shoulder toss him so hard.
Oh no, I don't think that would be a good idea. I mean, it's bad enough that I'm having to, worry about the fact that Ellie's probably gonna make a ton of noise in a minute. So
It would work for big boss. He's not trying hard enough to.
oh, all right, that didn't alert them. Sweet. Okay.
Oh yeah, I've heard that apparently they're like next to no zombies in the sequel. Why is that? Why did they just drop the zombies?
Because they gotta focus on more revenge bad theme, as well as lesbians and transgender people not being accepted by their parents. Like
Damn.
that's gonna be it. Like there's this character named Lev, and his whole thing.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I don't think I can reach us now.
That's
I'm
just
aware.
absurd.
Okay.
Here's the thing. This is a piece of lore in the original Last of Us. That the distinction between the different types of zombies is is age,
Hey, that's
and
really
bloaters being like one of the zombos who have been around the longest, who have like the most thickly layered fungus layers, are the most dangerous because of how old they are. So you'd think in The Last of Us 2, which takes place years later, really the infected should be even worse.
Yeah.
Because
like,
there
the
should
longer
be
it goes
more-
on, there should be more of
Yeah.
them, and they should be like in more advanced stages by that point.
Yeah, it would have been cool to see
Well,
what.
that's the thing,
work-
is you would expect that, and Neil Druckmann accounted for that, and he chose to subvert those expectations because he is a true genius. Okay?
Hold on.
That's what
see.
real artists do. Real artists will subvert your
Dumb for
expectations.
I was dumb for expecting the world would function in the rules that it itself set up. Okay, I'm sorry. I get it now. I was an idiot to
Yeah,
expect something would play by its own rules. Oh, I'm so dumb.
exactly.
Oh,
Your Temple of Doom comment.
first game you protect Ellie, in part 2 you hunt down Ellie. Damn.
Zach,
Subversion.
Zach, try to send your Temple of Doom comment again. Your comment should show up on stream as long as it shows up in the chat, because I've got live chat selected instead of just top chat.
Ellie. I think I found another one of them comics you've been reading.
All right.
Alrighty.
Oh.
Do you think there will be a fat Chi like in Uncharted? No, Druckmann took out the fat Drake from Uncharted 4 because it was offensive. We got to really worry about the. I mean, we know for a fact that there are some fat gamers out there, and their representation doesn't matter. All right.
No representation matters unless you're trans or lesbian.
Another jam door.
Let's see. Oh yeah. Transgender and
say-
gay people. We need more representation for them in our zombie games. I'm not saying that you can't have trans people or gay people in a zombie apocalypse. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that just because a zombie apocalypse is around that no one would think, you know what? I'm probably not actually a girl or something. Like, oh shit. Hang on.
You know what? I as being a member of the LGBTQAX plus
Mhm.
4 community myself.
The alphabet people.
Yes, a proud member of the Alpha people. I do find it. Okay, this might be dicey. What am I about to say? I do find it a little bit ridiculous that a key drama in a post-apocalypse where you have to fight daily just to survive is somebody being trans.
Yeah.
I just like, of all the issues that would plague you day to day, I don't, you know what I mean? It just doesn't seem like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm being closed-minded.
No,
but
like
I just
how
gotta-
how on earth could society being transphobic be a problem if there is no society left?
Yeah, basically.
I like, okay, you're gonna have transphobic individuals, but honestly, in this situation, I think most people are not gonna give a shit about you being trans. They're gonna give a shit about, how am I gonna get food? How am I gonna provide for my family?
Yeah.
How
Also,
am I
there's
gonna-
zombies.
Yeah,
so-
there's also zombies, and there's also terrible people and cannibals and hunters and rapists and all that other stuff. Like,
yeah, and slavers.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's rough.
Yeah. You're not going to have a very good time in a zombie apocalypse. And
Which is why, like, when the TV show or whatever, The Last of Us, that they said they're gonna focus on what did they? I think they were gonna. Did they say like they're gonna focus on like misogyny and like LGBT
yeah.
issues? And I'm like, okay, this could be good. It's just in a framing of the apocalypse in a world as bleak as The Last of Us. I genuinely, when survival suddenly takes the front seat of issues, I don't know how you're gonna properly be able to weave in,
Well,
like, melodrama about LGBT issues in a world where you have to fight daily just to survive as a human.
Well, okay, so if I were to do it, you know how I would do it? Like, I would try. I would actually try. So, zombie apocalypse, not many people left, and you have people have to procreate so that.
Oh, that's a good angle.
Yeah. So there would be LGBT people that are not attracted to the opposite sex, but for the sake of humanity's survival and existence, they do have to like have sex with people of the opposite sex, which is like,
you know what?
You gotta think about.
That is a very interesting idea, because that is, in this scenario, that is kind of the thing.
Because
like, you have to. Oh,
you would think that Ellie's sexuality would come into play in that sense, but it doesn't seem like it's going to, and that's
no.
There's a lot of potential in addressing like, well, there's only you can't procreate by scissoring, you can't procreate by tossing salads, has to be done with a penis and a vagina.
Listen, and you know what? You listen. It's handling sexually mature drama can be dicey, but I gotta say that is a very interesting dynamic. Like, if you were a gay person or a lesbian, and you're like, well, I mean, for the good of the thing, right? I have to like breed, and then how does that person feel?
Yeah,
procreating and then trying to go back to their homosexual relationship. How does that impact them?
Because
that's kind of interesting.
Because for me, like the analogy for me, I suppose, would be like, so I'm straight.
It's
I'm not
Dinah, though. It's not Ellie.
Dina.
Oh, Dina. Whatever.
There it is.
Well, so what I'm thinking is like, so no. Also, Dina could be bi. Ellie seems to be a lesbian.
Bi erasure. How about we talk about that?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. There's a bi person in here, man.
Just stay put.
Yeah, bi erasure actually very real, very frustrating.
Very real problem indeed. Yeah. A lot of people will say, "Oh, you're just going through a phase." Like, people both straight and gay will say that it's just a phase.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great to be a part of the community, but also people in the community are like, but do you really exist? It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, I'm not a real person. Actually, I'm not real. If you were to meet me, I'm not real. I'm just like a facsimile. I'm like a hologram. If you met me on the street and we bumped into each other, you'd pass right through me and be like, wait, what?
No, it's like for me, I wouldn't be comfortable with having to, like, if somehow the only way to procreate was actually like through homosexual relationships, right?
Yep.
Then I certainly, which I don't know how that would work exactly, but I wouldn't be comfortable entering a relationship with a man when I'm not comfortable with men,
Come on, Southpaw, open up your mind a little bit.
Come on. I suppose that maybe things could change if the norm is homosexuality, if like 90% of humanity is having to be homosexual to procreate in this weird hypothetical scenario that I've concocted in my head. But no, like I'm just thinking, well, as a person who is attracted to girls, I am not all too thrilled with the prospect of, for the sake of humanity's survival, I would have to fuck a man. So,
but now, Southpaw, I could introduce you to some very attractive young men.
True. Well, I mean, okay, listen. I do have an exception. Okay, there is one dude that I would probably fuck over. Like, if I had a choice between.
Oh, can I guess?
Sure.
I wanna play this game.
Like,
okay, is it
like
Zac Efron?
No. Listen,
no,
if I
can we all agree that Zac Efron is a beautiful man?
He is a beautiful man, but the one thing of is even more beautiful. So listen.
I'm trying to think.
Listen, this guy is so beautiful that even if I were presented with the option of like, okay, like, let's say it's an 8, right? A girl who's an 8 versus this guy, I pick the guy. All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna give. Is he an actor?
He is an actor. Yes.
Okay. Has he been in superhero movies?
Superhero movie. I don't believe that he has been. No.
Okay.
He has been in a movie that I've discussed on one of these streams, though. But I don't think that you were in that stream.
Hey, is it a recent? Is he like a big name now? Is he in the Zeitgeist now?
I wouldn't say so. No.
Okay. Are these movies big? Like a big deal movie that he was.
No, not quite. It was. I mean, it was a commercial success, but it wasn't like a major smash hit. Okay, it's not Tom Cruise. It's not Keanu Reeves. It's not Tom
Fun
Green.
game. Okay, all right? Have they won an Academy Award?
Now what?
I don't think so. No.
I'll figure something out.
This is difficult. Oh.
It is not Daniel Craig.
I would fuck Dan. Well, it's not saying much for me to say. I would fuck
Right.
fucking slut, but I mean, come on. He's hot.
I mean, if he was like literally the last person in the world. I mean, honestly, if the only two people left in the world were like me and one other dude, I'd probably fuck the dude,
Yep.
depending on how
Yeah, why
attractive
not?
he is.
Just go down. Come on.
Might as
just try it
well
out.
at that point. But I'm talking about
Yeah, try it out.
I would choose him over an 8, like a girl
This is
that rates an
very
8 out of
strong.
10, right?
Okay. This is all right.
It's not Kevin. It's not Kevin Spacey. No, no.
I mean, here's the thing. Kevin Spacey is not an unattractive man. The problem is I can't look at him anymore without being like, oh yeah, you're a monster.
Honestly, if Kevin Spacey wants to fuck me, I get the impression that it's not going to be my choice. So.
I will beat the shit. I am way stronger than Kevin Spacey. He's a fucking old man. I will beat the shit out of Kevin Spacey.
I could beat the shit out of him too. I'm just saying he could probably like drug me and then I'm fucked.
No,
In
no.
more
Listen,
ways
here's the
than
thing.
one.
Well, first of all, I don't know. I assume he's a top. I am a top, so this is a problem.
I gotcha.
So I would have to fight him for dominance
Follow my lead.
and take my prize.
It's okay. It's not Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln is not an actor. Neither is George Washington. Movie Bob is
okay.
Bob Chipman is not an actor. Robert Patterson is a very good choice. Okay, he's like
Oh, he's beautiful.
he's like second. He is second to this guy. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we're talking about someone that's more beautiful than Robert Pattinson.
Give me a hint.
Give you a hint. Okay.
Yeah.
He was the lead on a show on no. Yeah, he was the lead on a TV show that began in 2009.
I got you.
Wait. Oh.
See? You didn't even need me.
You don't. Oh.
Get the hell off this
It's
thing.
not Neil
TV show.
Druckmann.
Dude,
Neil Druckmann.
Neil Druckmann.
I wouldn't fuck Neil Druckmann. I would just rape Neil Druckmann. There's a difference.
I would. Here's what I would seduce him. Okay, I would make him fall in love.
No,
with me.
no.
I would cook for him.
I wouldn't
I would sing a little
actually.
song.
I wouldn't actually rape Neil Druckmann. By the way, but, like he's really not my type.
What I would do is I would seduce him. I would make him fall in love with me, right?
Right.
I'd be the perfect boyfriend, okay? And then I would propose to him, right? And then he's all happy.
Right.
And then I would have like a night of kinky sex. I'd tie him to bed. You know, I'd get ready for it. I would edge him, and then I'd punch him in the balls. And then I'd be like, this was what it felt like to play Last of Us 2, except emotionally. And then I would just leave him tied to bed, and I'd leave.
Okay, it's not Walter White. It's not Tom Hardy. It's not Adam Driver.
2009. This is hard. 2009.
It's not-
How many seasons? Oh wait, is this the guy from? Is this from The Americans?
No, he's not the guy from The Americans, and he's not the guy from Community.
Oh, then I'm. Oh.
Why do you think I would pick Matthew Rhys over Robert Pattinson? Like, Matthew Rhys is not a bad-looking dude, but he's
You know
no
what?
Robert Pattinson.
I might not know who the person is.
You probably don't.
Do I? Oh fuck. Well then, yeah. I don't know if I can.
Okay, I'll give you another hint. He was also in a movie with Channing Tatum.
I was about to say Jonah Hill.
Well,
this-
maybe.
Was the movie Magic Mike?
Yes.
Is it Alex Pettyfer?
No.
Fuck! I don't know any of the other people that were in Magic Mike. Wait, Joe Manganiello.
No.
But that is a great. He is so handsome.
He is handsome, yes. I love that.
Alex Pettyfer. It's not Joe Manganiello. It's not Matthew McConaughey.
Guys, it's so obvious. I've given you 2 humongous hints. He was a Magic Mike, and he's the star of a show from 2009. You guys are asking Dwayne Johnson and Oscar Isaac, what were they?
Dude,
you're asking Danny DeVito. Why would you ask Danny DeVito?
Hold on. Who else was
Okay. So, by the way, chat, there is a link in the description that you can follow to send super chats through Streamlabs, and I'll read them out immediately. Just getting that out there. Don't feel obligated, but I'm just having to remind you guys.
I genuinely don't know, dude.
Oh, Sophistic Autistic got it. Sophistic Autistic got it. It's Matt Bomer.
Oh, I know who he. Oh,
yes.
I know Matt Bomer.
Neil Caffrey from White Collar.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
No, he plays Negative Man in Doom Patrol, a show I love and you should watch.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he is a very beautiful.
He is fucking gorgeous.
He is top tier.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful man.
It's like it's like he was carved by the fucking gods, like
Wait,
out
what
of
show
granite,
is he?
right?
What TV show from 2009?
White Collar.
I don't know what that is.
It was a show on USA. It was he played a con man named Neil Caffrey who gets so the idea was he breaks out of prison in the very first scene in the show, right?
Very cool.
Grows out facial hair, then shaves it off and like steals a guard's uniform and just walks out of the prison.
Cosmic brain.
And then the FBI agent that caught him in the first time around catches him a second time, and he strikes up a deal with this dude. It's basically like the movie Catch Me If You Can. He's like gonna help him. Yeah, so it's basically Catch Me If You Can, the show, where he's helping an FBI agent like catch other like white collar criminals like him. And it was pretty good for the first couple seasons. It really derailed later on, but it was it's a fun show. It was like a fun, this was like USA back in their prime when they had Monk and they had Psych. I think
I loved both of those shows.
Monk was just coming to an end as White Collar was starting. So,
dude, you should. I'm gonna take this moment to shill Doom Patrol. I think it's probably the best DC live-action show.
Okay.
Genuinely good. The characters are fantastic.
What's the competition? Batwoman?
All right, now, okay. You know what?
Gotham.
All right. The basic pitch is this, right?
Right.
So for most people and most stories, superpowers are a blessing. But for this group of people, it's basically a curse. These are metahumans whose powers are not so much powers as like kind of horrible in how they ruin their lives, and they're all broken people, and they all live in this mansion with this kind, compassionate old man played by Timothy Dalton, called the Chief, and he basically takes care of them, and they're like a pseudo family.
Okay.
And they're all fucked up and weird, and then eventually they have to go on an adventure to save their communal father figure, and it's great, and it's hilarious, and the characters are fantastic, and it's fun.
Yeah. All right, I'll have to check it out at some point. Maybe after
Do you see what Papa G tagged you with here?
I get to have a one-on-one with Ryan Johnson, Neil Druckmann, and D&D, and you can talk to them about what do you talk about. I'd probably ask them what happened in their childhoods that gave them the sadistic compulsion to ruin stuff that other people love. Like, were you the type of kid that would like break your siblings' Legos or something? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, were you molested as a child? What happened that fucked up your brain development? By the way, I just want to watch this cutscene here real quick. This is a cool cutscene. Fucking shoots this guy in the dick twice. It's kind of what I want to do to Neil Druckmann.
No, I'm telling you, don't. No, you have to go for the emotional pain. The physical pain doesn't cut it.
That's
gotta
true.
go with my plan. You gotta seduce him and then break it.
No, I just have to kill someone that he cares about with a golf club. That's what I gotta do.
Holy shit. Hold on, is Neil Druckmann married?
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that he is he's just a simp for Anita Sarkeesian.
Oh, okay. Well, I definitely would have like broken up his relationship when I seduced him.
Yeah.
Would have sent pictures and be like, oh, he and then I would have accused him of sexual assault.
Ooh.
Gone full circle. Would have been perfect. And they'd be like, yes, suffer.
Not a bad idea.
Yes, be crucified by the woke crowd that you pandered to so hard.
Suck it, Joe Neal. Cop was so. Oh my god. Cop
Oh,
was
Cop
so.
was So's bad. Love Cop was So.
Cop was
My
so.
favorite.
All right. Give me a second.
Oh, I love the Avatar is too perfect. The dread mask on Tommy Wiseau is so powerful. Oh, I need a whole TV show about Tommy Wiseau as a judge in the Judge Dredd universe. Oh, it's too good a concept.
All right. Okay, I'm sending him like an invitation. Like I'm telling him what my Discord tag is, just so he can send me a friend request. I want to get him in the call. Cop Wiseau, now
So
now is your time.
powerful.
Your time has come. You get to come onto a Discord call with me. You've been like fucking awesome. You're like the best moderator.
Papa G
I'm
has
so.
asked you, Southpaw. Is Magic Mike a good movie?
I
And I'm
haven't
also
seen
very
Magic
curious.
Mike. I just know that
Oh.
Matt Bomer is in Magic Mike.
Well, here's the thing. By nature of the content of Magic Mike, I know I will, but I
Sure.
don't know if I'm an objective judge
I
in terms of the quality of said movie.
I probably wouldn't enjoy it as much as you, but you know it could still be a good movie in spite of
Yeah.
the fact that it's not really made for me. You know, it could be a good story.
Yeah, I could. You know what? Yeah, it could be a good story.
Yeah,
You know, could be. Yeah.
certainly. Okay. All right, time to make a Molotov cocktail.
Ooh, look at you! You're an alchemist.
Let's see. Maybe I'll run with a bow. Let's see. I'm going to. Oh, I've got. There we go. Cop Wiseau. All right. It's gonna start a new call real quick. So hang on, give me one quick second. Because I'm gonna add him to the call. It's gonna start like a new group. So give me one second here.
Cop
add friend
Wiseau.
DM. Cop Wiseau. Here we go.
If I had any,
All right.
if I had any talent for animating stuff, I would just animate the Adventures of Cop Wiseau.
It'd be amazing. Like get Greg Sestero maybe to voice him, or would you get Tommy Wiseau himself?
I mean, if I could get Tommy Wiseau, of course, that would be a come true. Can you imagine talking to Tommy Wiseau?
Oh, it'd be
That would
it'd be,
be amazing.
splendid. Yeah. All right,
That would be incredible.
got it transitioned. We're looking good.
I know this is not gonna happen, but I really hope Cop Wiseau comes on and has a thick
I really
accent.
I really want him.
Really
Oh,
hope
he's
that's the case.
he's gonna go to the bathroom first. Okay. Oh, he's probably doing it to flush the drugs down the toilet as Sophistic Autistic suggested to him. Oh. Fuck The Last of Us 2. All my homies hate The Last of Us 2. Yeah.
Same.
The stuff that's going on Twitter right now is fucking amazing. I had a tweet actually go viral today. Did you see, Buzz?
No, I did not. Not. Listen, I just don't have Twitter. If I did, I would follow you, but I don't.
Okay.
Because
So
I hate Twitter.
let
All my
me
homies hate Twitter.
go ahead. Holy shit! It's nearing 3,000 likes and it has 418 retweets.
Good Lord.
Which is a lot for me. So let me quickly pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up on stream actually. So give me a minute, chat. Hopefully this isn't too boring as I just scroll through Twitter again. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and open up a window capture. Come on, mouse.
Oh?
Come on.
Oh, okay,
Twitter.
cool.
Add source.
Yeah, why is this just isn't it great to live in 2020 is a fucking horrible year.
Oh yeah. It's like first you know, Kobe Bryant dies. Like that's the
Yeah,
first
what the fuck?
terrible thing. Oh wait. I think I selected the wrong thing. There we go. Then there's the whole
Fucking
COVID bullshit.
coronavirus, bro.
Yeah. Trump's probably going to get reelected, which is not a great thing, but also
fun times, bro. Spicy.
Biden's not going to be a great alternative either, so it's kind of like we're just
fun.
you know what? When Bernie lost, that was it. That was the point where it's like there's no matter what happens, we lose.
I feel really bad for Americans because you're just caught with like your options are so terrible.
Yeah.
like what a horrible situation to be caught in.
All right. So see if I can get that. All right. Transition.
Oh, this is a segue, but like ever since Trudeau grew that beard, he like popped up like 3 points on my attractiveness meter. He's super hot now.
All right, Buzz, go ahead and have a look at what's on screen on the stream.
Okay. Wait, I think my stream's a little delayed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's gonna be like a maybe a 10-second delay or something.
Hold on. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Shut the fuck up. He did not actually say this.
He did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Dude, shut up.
Okay, let's. All right.
There's no way.
Okay, Neil Druckmann, Rise of Skywalker. I'm googling it on my phone. Let's see. Where are you? Oh, please tell me. Please tell me that this.
I
Twitter?
genuinely can't believe that this is the case.
Okay,
There's
I
no
got
way.
it. I got the tweet. I have the receipt, Buzz.
I'm so upset now.
This is your last chance to call me on my bluff.
Fuck,
Here we go.
Show me the truth. Show me the truth.
It's there.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. What did he also like The Last Jedi?
I mean, of course he would like The Last Jedi. Why wouldn't this guy have not liked? Why would he have not liked The Last Jedi?
I truly don't. You know what, dude? I suspect he probably did. Is he the game director or the writer?
He is the game director.
Okay, which means I'm gonna go out on a limb and say did not write any of the things that made The Last of Us 1. I'm gonna make that statement.
Well, he had like this idea of making Tess a villain as well as Joel, and he wanted like Joel to be really unlikable and villainous, and Bruce Straley is the one. Bruce Straley is the game director for this. Okay, he's the one that was actually running the ship, and he shot down that idea. I think Druckmann has had it out for Joel from the very beginning, and he was only held back by Straley. And once Straley left Naughty Dog, that was it. That was over.
I mean, yeah, it sounds like it. I mean, what I find interesting, because I've been browsing a lot of the last 2 subs and whatnot. Mm-hmm. There's an article that I just saw a screen cap for. I haven't read the article. I will eventually. That says the original concept for The Last of Us 2 was thrown out for being too misogynistic, and I wonder what that was.
Oh, so there was
who made the call.
Apparently, the original pitch was something like it was called Mankind or something, where only like infected women could procreate or something. It was something really bizarre, and it almost came across as like fetish fiction, and then it got developed into The Last of Us, which that happens a lot. Like I had with my book series, my original idea was for it to be about a private investigator, but it actually has now become, he's actually a cop who eventually becomes a private investigator, like leaves the force and becomes a PI towards the end of the series. So it's very different. It's very different from the original idea, but you know, it's probably something like that. It just sort of morphed into something else entirely than the original idea. Neil Druckmann is not the director credited for Last of Us 1. He is. Let me see what his. Because Bruce Straley is the game director. Last of Us credits.
Rest in peace, Bruce Australian.
Let's see here. All right. Well, so it's directed by both Neil Druckmann and Bruce Straley. So he does have a directing credit, and he has the writing credit.
Dude, I think the funniest tweet I've seen in response to The Last of Us 2 is this guy tagged Troy Baker and said, "I loved your cameo"?
I didn't see that. Oh my god. Holy shit.
Oh.
I'm just gonna scroll through my Twitter notifications while I wait for Cop Wisso to get in. Oh, give me one sec here.
Funny as shit I've ever seen.
So there's another thing that I found. I've got people that are like quote tweeting my tweet about how.
Oh hey, it's Glib.
Like,
Hi Glib.
oh hey, how's it going, Glib? Yeah, I have people like that are quote tweeting my tweet saying, like, really? There's many things you can criticize about Last of Us 2 and Neil Druckmann, and you choose to criticize him for liking a movie, not for the awful writing in his game or how he treats his employees. This will just make people dismiss valid criticism of the game.
You're just making a point. Just making a joke.
So it's a joke. It's also a point about how Neil is a professional writer. Okay, he should understand more about the craft than the average person.
Yep.
For someone to come away from The Rise of Skywalker and not recognize it for the dumpster fire of writing that it is, should be a red flag. If they are a professional writer and they're in charge of a beloved IP, multiple beloved IPs actually, because he's in charge of Uncharted and The Last of Us, and he thinks that The Rise of Skywalker, like he likes it, which is like, well, okay, so I don't know what that necessarily means, but generally speaking, like he doesn't say anything about how the plot is all bad or whatever. It comes across as he actually thinks that the plot is good. That's what it comes across to me, at least.
Here's the thing, dude. These last few years have clearly shown that that professional writers and critics doesn't mean shit. And clearly, it doesn't matter.
Why does Neil Druckmann is the sole writing credit for Last of Us 1? I don't know, but I'm telling you what. He's not the sole game director, and Bruce Straley is the one that actually like ran the ship.
And even if he did entirely write Last of Us 1, that just goes back to my theory of not really theory, but my whole perspective of like, sometimes you have one good story.
Yeah.
You know, and then you just knock it out of the park, and then that's it. And then, I mean, I think it's clear. We all can see what went wrong.
Oh, absolutely.
He started consulting with Anita. And everybody knows how well-structured her arguments are and how rational she is when she breaks things down. Here's the thing. I barely know Anita Keys. I don't watch, like, anything she does. I remember watching the original video she made a few years ago and seeing how blatantly obvious the thing she was misinterpreting was. And I'm like, why? Who would care? Like, this is the thing. Anybody who's actually played the game she's talking about knows she's fucking lying. The only people who would care about this are the people who have not played the game.
Right.
And that's what infuriated me about it. I'm like, you're just a liar. Like, you're a lie. And then, like, she gets things wrong all the time. And a perfect example, there are no women in The Mandalorian and, like, the Forge Mother. And she's like, oh, a woman can't be wrong on the internet. I'm like, shut fuck up. You entitled white bitch! Shut the fuck up! Look at hate Anita Sarkeesian. Jesus.
Yeah. No, I'm seeing like there's like 3 people that have just in the last like hour have retweeted the thing that I posted, and they're like, "Oh, you're just looking for stuff to complain about. Oh, this is like grasping at straws and blah 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 blah." It's like, well,
okay. No,
listen. If you're a professional writer and you say, "Oh, I loved The Rise of Skywalker," it's like
you deserve to be shot.
Especially,
sorry, what?
Well, I wouldn't say that, but especially just given what the damage that The Rise of Skywalker does to the franchise, it's like, do you not understand why The Rise of Skywalker is badly written? Do you not understand what makes it a bad film? Do you not understand how it disrespects the legacy of the original characters and the original trilogy? Like, do you not care about any of that? Like, that's weird.
And if
it's
you
weird
don't care,
yeah,
because that's the thing. If you're just like a Star Wars, right? Because there are people who are just like, oh, I'm just a Star Wars fan. I just love Star Wars. I'm like, right. Well, what about Star Wars do you love? Because generally, what people love about Star Wars is the world and the character.
Yeah.
Both of which are irrevocably butchered by the sequels. So if
Absolutely.
that's what you, so like, what about? So then ultimately, is what you love is if something just has the surface level shallow of Star Wars, i.e., lightsabers, Force, TIE fighters.
The space battles.
If that's what you love, then I'm like, okay, cool, I guess that's great, I suppose.
I mean,
but
like sure, it's like entertaining. I'll say it's an entertaining movie, but that doesn't mean that I loved it.
Oh, do you want to hear some? Listen, you know Troy Baker, of course, the actor who plays.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What's your opinion of him?
I think he's all right. Like, he doesn't seem like he's a bad guy.
Do you want me to share a piece of information with you that will upset you?
Sure, go ahead.
He was a big fan of The Last Jedi.
Okay, Papa G. Listen, I can't answer every single question that you ask me, but how do we know Bruce Straley ran the ship? Just look it up. Because Neil Druckmann's not the one that, like, he didn't have the sole pair of hands on the wheel. That's the thing. He's not the sole pair of hands on the steering wheel.
Straley?
Straley.
Okay, I'm looking at it.
You gotta understand, Papa G. I am trying to, like, play a game and also have a conversation with BuzzAxe, and it's difficult keeping an eye on chat, especially like when it's one person that keeps on tagging me.
Yeah, difficult to talk to.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Weird.
Okay. We're just gonna go over here.
During the development for The Last of Us, Straley and Druckmann often joked that their relationship was like a marriage in which they have many different ideas but ultimately wish to achieve the same goal. Straley's role in developing The Last of Us was to handle gameplay. However, in the final weeks of development, Straley undertook roles from different departments that were busy with other tasks. For example, he was seen hand-arranging the text on the game's trading screen, a task that lead artist Nate Wells found unusual. Well, Straley and Druckmann went on for it. Yeah, Straley, best director from the Telegraph's Ultimate Award. Well, director for the download. Okay, and then he was director for the Left Behind part. Yeah, so it seemed like he and Druckmann co-developed the game together.
Yeah. I imagine there might have been like some instances where like maybe other writers were involved and had to offer their input, you know, and there was like maybe a vote that was had over certain disagreements regarding game decisions.
Yeah.
So
I think ultimately what I see people most frustrated with, other than, listen, I'll grant this the one thing: there are an odd amount of people making jokes, not necessarily, not like savagely transphobic jokes, but I do see a lot of people saying, like, making jokes about like Lamau, trans Abby, when you know she's not trans.
Right.
Just she's like unusually muscular. Though that does exist, right? I'll give that credit. However, most of the people that I see complaining is that the writing is garbage.
Yeah.
And they're pointing out exactly why it's garbage. Like, you can't tell us revenge bad when you have the other character successfully get revenge and then walk away.
Right.
Relatively unscathed. Like, you don't, like, that's not how it works. You've destroyed your core message there. Revenge is only bad for one person. The main character who was like unfairly victimized, who functionally did nothing wrong until this game comes along and then forces her into like retarded situations. I think probably there was one part of it. Obviously, we're allowed to spoil, I assume.
Right.
It's a totally fair game.
Yeah.
There's a part where Abby attacks Dinah, Dina, who's pregnant.
Yeah.
And then when she figures this out, she's like, "Oh, good."
Yeah,
like, wait,
as she's
what?
about to slice her throat. Like,
Wait, what?
That is a sadistic monster that does that.
Villain shit.
Total villain
that's
stuff.
Black Mask shit.
Yeah. like complete psychopath. Like, oh, good, I get to kill 2 people this time instead of just 1, or 3 rather, I guess 3 instead of just 2. Yeah.
The reason I do take it seriously is because it was from his own personal channel, where he and Nolan North were playing retro video games, and then Troy Baker, brought up Star Wars movies of his own volition, and then started talking about it. It wasn't like in a tweet. It wasn't like, oh, somebody asked him his opinion. He started talking about it by himself on his own personal YouTube channel, which is why I think it's far more likely that that is truly his own opinion.
Right.
Rather than one that he just...
And again, listen, like, I know I made that joke on Twitter about, oh, of course Neil Druckmann liked The Rise of Skywalker. Which, by the way, the main joke was just that The Last of Us 2 has shit writing, and The Rise of Skywalker has shit writing too. So, of course, Neil Druckmann, a shit writer, would like a movie with shit writing. Like, that's the point.
I do also find it, just from like a logistics perspective, I do find it how strange how jacked Abby is for a couple reasons. Like, the body proportions she has, are not the proportions you would see on a buff physical, like a woman, on a buff woman. Like, I think a perfect example of this is like, also a perfect example to counter the idea that men are scared of muscular women.
Right.
It's Cara Dune from Mandalorian season 1. Like, Gina Carano is fucking buff. Like, she's ripped, but she's also still feminine. So, like, clearly, it's not like... And everybody... Here's the thing. Cara Dune is, like, everybody's favorite fucking character in Mandalorian, other than Baby Yoda. So like, it's not... The problem isn't, like, muscular women. It's that Gina Carano looks like what you would expect a female athlete to look like. But Abby just looks like a man. And in a world where there are no steroids and food is scarce and there's no workout equipment, I don't buy that a woman would be able to achieve that physique. It would be hard enough for guys to do that. So the fact that she looks like that is strange. And then at the end of the game, when you see her when she's lost her gains and she does have a more normal feminine physique in that position, it's just baffling. Because that's such a dramatic body transformation. How did that happen?
Yeah.
How did you achieve the physique in the first place?
Give me 1 second. I'm dunking on people on Twitter right now.
But yeah, dude, Cara Dune's hot.
Definitely.
Cara Dune's super hot. I totally would. I can't even say that I would have sex with her, because I feel like she's the one who'd be having sex and I'd just be like a willing participant. I feel like as soon as it goes down, I don't really have a say in what happens, but I'd be along for the ride and enjoy myself. Yeah, Cara Dune was great, and I hope she's in season 2 a lot as well. She was a really cool character. I want to see her beat people up. Cool as fuck. I think she's a great partner. How did I lose the word partner? I think she's a great partner for the Mando. And she's gonna be... I think it'd be fun to watch her be like a surrogate tough mom baby. That'd be great. Also, how the fuck are they gonna introduce Ahsoka in season 2? Seriously, what the fuck is gonna happen with that shit? But I digress. We're talking about the last of
Yeah, we are. By the way, Cop Wiseau, what are you coming? You're in chat.
Officer Wiseau.
Come on, you're allowed in. Get in here, officer.
We were just joking about the Eastern European accent. We won't be disappointed if you don't have one.
Yeah, if you aren't able to sustain like a Tommy Wiseau impersonation while you're on, it's totally fine.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, come on.
Get in.
No problem. Sounds like it's gonna be a Mandalore.
Because we're in a call with, like, you're in the group right now, I believe. Yeah, he's in the group with us.
I agree, Shine Paw 101 doesn't work in a video game because there's an implicit sense of agency that you are given in video games that you don't get in something else. and the way that Last of Us 2 handles player agency is not fun. it's not fun at all, and like a lot of people point out something else that's very interesting. Joel is heavily characterized by his mistrust of literally everybody.
Yeah, and then he just instantly trusts Abby as soon as he meets her.
Him getting
Oh,
into that
by the way,
situation
someone pointed out that when David asks for Ellie's name, she's like, "Why do you want to know that?" In this game, Ellie, a 14-year-old girl, has more sense than Joel, the 55 or more year old man. Like, just incredible.
Now this part I don't know. Somebody can tell me if this is true, but somebody told me that he already knew he was being hunted at that point. Is that correct?
Well, I'm thinking, given what he did with the Fireflies, it wouldn't surprise me if he knew maybe he should like have an alias, but apparently he doesn't know that. He doesn't have the common sense to think that. I think the other problem is like all he said is, "Hey, my name is Joel."
Mm-hmm. Like, what else does she have to go off of? Considering how many people he killed. Because here's the thing: the only member of the Fireflies he had a direct conversation with is Marlene, and Marlene is dead.
Right.
And the doctor is dead, and the countless soldiers are dead. So who exactly was left to tell Abby anything about?
Well, there are soldiers that are chasing after Joel as he's carrying Ellie, so there's some survivors there.
They wouldn't know who he was.
Well, would they? Because Marlene could probably tell them, like, "Hey, it's." Because Marlene is killed after the soldiers are chasing Joel, right? So,
she is, but all the Firefly soldiers would know is that, hey, we hired a guy.
But she could have told them, like, his name.
I suppose.
Like, that's something that I would find within reason.
Even if that's the case, if she's just somebody brought this up on the sub, is she just murdering people named Joel? Because, like, how would she, like... How would she know? How could she confirm this is the guy?
That moment when Southpaw has to realize Dark Knight Rises is better than Last of Us 2. Do not make me choose that. No, I'm not. I mean, it is honestly quite possible. It could possibly be worse than like I've already had someone tell me that's worse than Game of Thrones season 8. Which
Wait, Sophistic, the game of the show. What are you talking about?
Give me 1 second.
Castlevania kills off the main bloodline of this main bloodline of the series. Do you mean? Oh, I assume you're talking about the game then, right?
Give me 1 second here.
Wait, the Belmonts? But isn't fucking Aria of Sorrow canonically the furthest along in the plot? Furthest along. Wait, or because I think Julius Belmont is still alive, but Aria of Sorrow is like the furthest along. I think in the timeline of Castlevania, and Julius is still alive. The Game Boy Advance games. Oh, did they kill off Julius? Did they actually kill off all the Belmonts? Oh yeah, I guess spoilers for Castlevania. Sorry, guys.
Give me 1 second. I gotta.
Listen, dude. As long as my beautiful vampire floating Jesus boy Alucard is alive.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hopefully he's coming in. Come on, Capuso.
Oh my God, is this him?
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh
Capuso.
Holy shit. It's happening, guys.
Finally.
Ooh.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Capuso, how do you do?
What?
No!
No!
No! Capuso, what happened? You were the chosen one.
Rule. You can't do this. This is such
We were on the verge of greatness. We were this close.
No, it's such bullshit. I was so
Come on.
excited.
Come on, no.
What the fuck?
The James Moore type said, "Woo!" Followed by "No."
Oh, that was the best. That was the best character arc we've ever seen. He's betrayed us. Oh. God.
Let me know if he gets back in. I'm having to focus on this
I'm so
fucking
sad right now.
bullshit portion.
Guys, I can't believe this happened. I'm actually depressed. I was so excited
when-
to talk to
And
him.
when Southpaw and BuzzAxe needed him the most, he vanished.
I
everything
couldn't believe that
everything
shit.
everything changed when the Druckmann Nation attacked.
God, I'm actually gonna write the saga of Cop Wizzo now, dude. I'm
The-
gonna do this shit.
Tell me, have you ever heard the tragedy of Cop Wizzo?
Cop Wizzo was a moderator, so wise and so powerful that he could use the memes to create content. God. Holy shit. He could
Oh,
stop
man.
others from shit posting, but not himself.
Where am I supposed to go? I'm so lost.
Follow the yellow. That's the Naughty Dog. Follow the yellow. That's the way.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Okay. Follow the yellow.
Bro, it's been so fucking long since I played the last. Holy shit. I haven't played this shit in years.
Let's see. Okay. Is there like a bottle I can use instead of my brick? I really don't want to have to use up my brick. Then again... Oh, this guy's by himself, I
He
think.
probably will, gentlemen. He probably will do this. He probably will do Last of Us 2 after this. But well, actually, I don't know. We will probably enjoy watching you suffer through that. You won't though.
Oh,
But
yeah.
we'll have a grand.
Yeah, I'm not gonna enjoy it. Most likely I won't enjoy it.
Just gonna give you like a scenario. Would you rather have to like do your streams of Last of Us 2, you know, as you usually do? But I can't think of like a decent enough alternative that's not appealing but possibly better. I was gonna say like, sit in on like a Disney like a Disney star like a Lucasfilm story board meeting. You have to just sit. You're not even allowed to say anything. You just have to sit there and listen to what they say for the whole day, the whole shift. You just have to sit there and listen to the asinine bullshit they say, and you can't say anything. But I don't even know if that would be bad. It would probably just be boring. It would probably just be like boring and dumb. It wouldn't be aggressively horrible. I don't know, chat. What's a good alternative?
Oh shit.
He has to play and stream Last of Us 2 or something else that's maybe equally horrible but more bearable.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think he'll have to. Here's the thing, Southpaw, right? Like, you already know what's gonna happen in Last of Us 2, right?
Right.
Like you're totally spoilered.
Yes.
So do you even have the will to play? I personally don't. I know how bad it is.
Right.
And the main appeal of the Last of Us franchise anyway is the story. The gameplay's okay, but the main appeal is the story. And knowing that
And the
not only is the
characters.
story and the characters, but knowing both of them are butchered.
Because it's not
Do
the
you
plot.
even
that's
have the desire?
the desire to play it. Not
yeah,
really.
You even have the desire, dude?
Like I would be okay with playing like the sequel, like the multiplayer sequel, you know, because the multiplayer I find very fun in this game.
He's back!
Capuzo, don't leave us this time, please.
Swear to God.
Please don't have an internet
No,
outage.
please, don't do this again.
Is he gonna
Please.
speak? Is he gonna speak?
Please.
Oh,
Please.
come on, Capuzo.
Oh my God. The
He's
tension
probably
is
not
unbearable.
gonna be able to connect, isn't he?
I can't handle it.
Capuzo, what's your internet connection? What's your connection speed?
Please, Calpazzo. Don't. Please.
As fast as my car.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Capuzo, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
You do not sound anything like I expected you to sound, but
Oh my God.
you sound better actually.
So happy.
Oh, thank God. I thought I sounded like a little school kid.
No, no.
Oh,
It's,
this is great.
yeah, dude.
Oh my God.
I am so glad that I appointed you as a moderator when I did because you've been fucking great.
God,
This is
Calpazzo, tell us about your first case. Why did you become a cop? What inspired you to become a cop, Calpazzo?
To be honest, I don't really know.
The job chose you.
Come on.
What?
damn it. Okay.
Okay, let's get it. Cop. Who is Cop Wizel's arch nemesis?
I'll leave that for interpretation.
Would that be Chris R? Because Chris R is a criminal, you know.
Oh.
He is a drug dealer.
That's true.
Come on.
Is he the Joker to Tommy Lee Jones Batman?
I'll look into it.
You said that like an actual cop. Oh, yeah, we'll look into it. We'll get my people on it.
Is that a reference to Batman Begins?
Sure.
Ooh. Spicy, dude. Now I genuinely do want to do the saga of Cop Wizel.
Oh.
You tell us, Cop Wizel, how do you feel? Were you a fan of Last of Us?
Like many people,
Oh shit.
they're like again.
Tell me, Last of Us 1, the first, how do you feel? Do you like that game?
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, you think it's a fun game? Oh well, first, so I assume then you're a PS4 user, right, or PlayStation user, right? Because then you played The Last of Us.
Oh my god, that was like a fucking...
Yeah, I played The Last of Us.
Guys,
but...
look at the stream. I just threw an atomic Molotov.
Oh, sound.
I just took out like 5 enemies with this thing. Jesus
at you.
Christ. Look at the
powerful.
Look at the radius on that thing.
Yeah, so you're a fan of The Last of Us 1. You enjoyed it. I
Right?
think it's a good game, right? Okay, cool. And are you aware of, because listen, not everybody likes spoilers, but are you aware of what has happened with The Last of Us 2?
Have you seen the leaks,
And very
Capuso?
aware.
Okay.
Oh.
How aware?
So-
On a scale of 1 to 10, like, do you know about the sex scene with Abby?
Unfortunately.
No. Oh, no.
I am so sorry that you had to see that.
Oh, God.
Terrifying.
I actually have to go watch all the cutscenes before coming here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you educated yourself. You're like a good cop. You did your research on the case. You got the notes. You got the files. You went through it all, so you would understand. Good Lord. Wow, Cop Wizel. What is your verdict? For the case of Neil on the crime of murder in the first degree, the victim being The Last of Us and our collective fandom. What would you recommend for Neil Druckmann?
Well, it was far more than just a brutality.
That is very true. It's like a systematic torture and then a murder.
Yep.
Good God Almighty. What do you think the fallout is actually going to be from this, Southpaw? Because, like, obviously the critical reviews are the shill bullshit we all expected them to be. But the user reviews are significant. It's like similar disparity with The Last Jedi. What do you think is going to be the fallout from that? Because I don't know what the sales are currently for The Last of Us 2. But I can't imagine that it's better than the first one.
It's possible that it'll result in at least maybe Neil Druckmann having to step down maybe a year from now.
Ooh, it would be interesting because this would be, if he does suffer some penalty, it'll be, I don't know, I might be forgetting somebody, but would this be like the first time somebody actually gets punished for this shit? Because I can't recall, like, we've had so many fucking horrible, garbage, trash fire movies and video games, TV shows the last few years, but I don't recall anybody being punished. I mean, the one that comes to mind, namely, is Kathleen Kennedy, who's kind of, it's a weird political situation how it's being handled, but if Neil does get fucked over by this, I think this might be like the first time somebody actually gets punished for fucking up.
You would think, yeah.
But I don't know, maybe I'm forgetting something. Chat, am I forgetting something?
I mean, assuming that maybe Rian Johnson isn't actually going to get his trilogy and that it's just all talk at this point, and they're going to just quietly... Oh, you know what? Benioff and Weiss, they lost Star Wars.
That is true.
They did save face, but the prevailing theory is that it's because of what they did with Game of Thrones that Disney was like, all right, we can't have these guys working on Star Wars, right?
Yeah, get the fuck out. And
Yeah.
then I think their Netflix thing is still going forward, but then their other show that they're supposed to develop with HBO fell apart. And then there's no word currently on what is happening with the Netflix deal. So they might. I think it's a similar situation with Kathleen Kennedy, where like they're not going to publicly admit, but they behind the scenes are suffering for it. I don't know, just freaking like, God, what is? I don't understand. Somebody who understands corporate bullshit better than me.
Oh,
What
hey,
exactly?
I just realized that James Moore sent a super chat.
Oh,
he says,
James Moore.
Thank you, James Moore. My relaxation was, if the rumor that Abby bites Ellie's fingers off is true, then wouldn't that mean Abby is infected based off The Last of Us 1 when Ellie bites Cannibal David? By the way, I haven't started The Last of Us 2, and the original idea was only women could be infected. Yeah. Okay, so...
Oh, shit.
Okay, that's why it would be misogynistic.
Is it blood transferred?
Well, so... when Ellie bites David, David mentions that he doesn't believe that that she's infected, or that he's been infected by her. It's possible that and David dies too early after getting infected. We wouldn't know. We don't know for sure. She seems to think so, or she at least uses it to bluff, which is clever on her part, but
because
it's not confirmed.
Right. So basically, the point of how her immunity works is she's cordyceps positive, like it is in her body, but for some reason the structure of her brain has it so that it does not progress past a certain state.
Right.
So the question is, does that mean she is a carrier, an effective carrier who's just locked in stage 1 effectively?
Like an asymptomatic carrier. Okay.
Yeah. Now, if that's the case, then she could transmit. However, I don't know if she did. I don't think she bit Abby. Abby bites her. And then the question is it blood?
Well, yeah, because if you were to bite a zombie, then you'd still get infected, I think, because you're exchanging fluids with them.
That is an interesting question, I guess. Well, first of all, the mechanism by which zombies infect people is never clear. Like, why is it via bite? Like, what is it like? Are they just because if it's via like what is it? Is the virus in their salivary glands specifically?
It's like the virus enters your bloodstream from the bite.
So then the idea is they're just covered in the virus. Because if so, then people
no,
should
the
be
virus
infected.
is like in their blood.
Oh, okay. So just in their blood.
Like they're like in their blood, in their bodily fluids. Yeah, that's
being
how
a boomer, dude.
tends
There's
to go.
Last of Us wiki. I'm just gonna go to the wiki and see what it says.
Yeah,
about
I'm pretty sure that it wouldn't that. Well, hang on. No. So when people that have AIDS, they infect other people by like when their blood enters the other person's bloodstream, but when a person with AIDS can still kiss a person that doesn't have AIDS
the only way
and
that
not
they would
infect them.
transfer it is if they have a cut in their mouth, and even then, it's a very low chance of it transferring from saliva.
Yeah.
Okay, cordyceps brain infection. Killed. Okay. Cordyceps. 2 disinfection. Also loses that.
Let's see. Can I enter this room?
Straight through.
Oh, I need a shiv. Okay. Time to create a shiv. This might be the last shiv door, actually.
I think I had a brain fart through that whole conversation.
It's
Don't
okay.
worry about it.
I know the feeling. Brian E. Stewart soon. Huh. Okay. Let's see. Oh, wait. First off, I'm going to reload this. And then I'm gonna reload that too. So everyone blaming Anita for Last of Us 2 should realize that she had a positive influence on Last of Us. Druckmann seems to have messed up Part 2 all by himself. So Druckmann seems to have taken some of her advice when it comes to the writing of Ellie. But it's like it seems like he took her advice in moderation. And then with Last of Us Part 2, he just went full overboard on the woke stuff. Because you have to keep in mind that there are people that would say that The Last of Us was sexist because of the scene where um, where Joel finds Ellie after she kills David, just because Ellie starts crying as soon as Joel arrives to comfort her, which is
But it's her dad.
yeah, it's like it's really unreasonable to go, oh, this is sexist for this 14-year-old girl to not just be like a fucking stoic robot right after murdering a dude that just tried, killing her and possibly raping her
Fucking,
and
I
possibly
would
eating her.
cry if that shit happened. I'm 24 years old. I would cry if that shit happened to me.
Traumatic as hell, dude. All right.
But yeah,
Well, you wouldn't get 14 just a massaging.
oh, yeah, sorry. I forget I am a filthy misogynist. Sorry. I checked the wiki. It doesn't really say anything about the blood, but I would assume that since it's from bites and gets into the bloodstream, and Ellie was bitten herself, which is why she has that rash,
Mhm.
and it travels in the blood before lodging in the brain, I would assume, because this is the thing, she registers as CBI positive.
Yes, she
So
does,
it's in her body.
because they test her and it pings as positive.
I would assume there's probably a good chance of it. Now, but here's the other thing, because if it's not, I don't know. There's a lot of dicey questions that come from this. Because here's the thing: if she is able to spread the virus, then it might be dangerous her just living with normal people. Because what if she just gets a cut
That's true.
and like somebody just like this is kind of a problem. But yeah, and this is a personal pet peeve. I haven't seen anybody notice. Maybe somebody has noticed, but they didn't say anything. So I know that Dina, whatever, the girlfriend gives her an ultimatum and says, if you go and get revenge, then but I don't know the specific wording of it, but basically the clear is like, oh, I'll leave, like we're done if you go get revenge, right? But Ellie still goes and gets revenge. When Ellie comes home, the farmhouse is empty, right? Now here's the thing, that is super fucking stupid. It's the apocalypse.
There's no justice
very
system.
Few safe spaces.
Yeah, there's no justice system in the apocalypse, so taking revenge is a lot more understandable in that setting than like.
It's not just that, like the morality of it. It's the logistics of it. It's the apocalypse. There are very few safe spaces. Their farm seems like a pretty great place to live.
Shit.
I don't buy that Dina and a fucking baby would just abandon a safe spot and take to the streets to just walk away because she's mad at her girlfriend for taking revenge.
It's really dumb.
That seems like a terrible fucking idea.
Like, the thing is, a lot of people will say, you can't say it's bad writing just because, or a plot hole just because a character is acting in a way that you wouldn't. And it's like, well, the problem is that they're acting unbelievably stupid. That's the thing. It's so stupid that it's unbelievable.
There's something called common sense, which is common. meaning everybody is supposed to have it. And when characters do things that make no sense according to common sense, the thing we're supposed to universally share, it's totally fair to point it out. And I don't know, this is just my opinion. Chat, you can tell me if you agree. I think in a fucking apocalypse where there are zombies, raiders, and slavers, and generally people will just shoot you, steal your shit, if you have an established safe house where you can live with a baby, about as vulnerable as a human can possibly be, a baby, why would you abandon that place just because you're pissed off at your girlfriend?
For trying to avenge her father figure who got brutally murdered in front of her.
Yeah, like let's say you want to take the moral high ground.
Understandable reason.
Yes, but let's say you were hardline stancing the moral high ground here and maintain the ultimatum. Surely you can just tell her to leave. Like you could say leave. Like I don't want you in this home. This is a space that I want to be safe and free of this bullshit for the son.
Right.
Like, surely you should be able to do that.
Oh, wait. Did you just assume the baby's gender?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, because listen, this is a Neil Druckmann game. It's going to be a daughter, okay? He insists that it's going to be.
I thought it was a son.
Well, I don't know because, well, first off, I don't think that they would even know at that point because Dina seems to be still pretty thin when she like fights Abby in the end. But then the other thing is like, so in Uncharted 4, Amy Hennig, when she drafted the original script, the original story, she wanted to give Nathan Drake a son, and Neil Druckmann changed that into a girl.
Isn't that the plot of The Quiet Place? Holy shit, it's a mistake.
Holy shit! Yeah,
Holy
you're right.
shit.
I really don't understand the change.
So Henry Street production. So if a character is a ludicrous moron and does a ludicrous decision, most likely in a comedy film, then it makes sense. Yeah, sure. If it is in character to that person, like if the person is an idiot and then they make a stupid choice, then it makes sense. But as far as I'm aware, Dinah is not portrayed as an idiot. She's portrayed as like a somewhat reasonable person who lives in the apocalypse, and that decision to just leave that safety makes no sense. To like, let's be honest, it makes no sense to even a stupid person who lives in the apocalypse. Even a stupid person who does not have survival skills would understand, why would I leave this home? In fact, a stupid person with no survival skills would probably be less likely to leave the home, because they know, like, yeah, this is the only place I can't do anything out in the wilderness. Clearly, I need to stay here.
Especially in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, fucking wait, where was their house anyway? Was it on the West Coast?
I don't even know. Probably.
Fucking West Coast. Bullshit. East Coast gang, rise up. Chat, tell me if you're East Coast gang or West Coast gang.
Anything
Midwest
in
doesn't
here?
count, they don't exist.
Play the Marlene's recorder too.
Wait, does Dinah smoke weed while pregnant in the game?
I'm not sure if she smokes weed before or after getting pregnant.
That's fucked up, bro.
Although, I mean, I knew someone whose mother smoked cigarettes when she was in utero, and she turned out fine. She's kind of an asshole. And she also just so happens to be a descendant of Robert E. Lee.
East Coast gang, yeah, boy. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. But I mean, she didn't seem to be she wasn't mentally deficient or anything, or genetically deficient. It seemed.
I don't recall what the complications are when smoking while pregnant. I know FAS though, because I've dealt with several kids that have it at my various jobs, but I don't know what the issues with smoking while pregnant are. But I know that they exist.
Hey, if you could play as Alex Jones in The Last of Us 2, that would actually explain why Ellie and Dina are gay. They obviously drank water that had chemicals in it.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you're making a joke, but do you have any idea how much money I would pay to play as a game where I get to play as Alex Jones in the world of The Last of Us?
I would
Like, holy fuck. Oh my god.
I would like
Dude, imagine
every
Alex Jones being as buff as Kratos.
Holy
Oh
shit.
yes.
Oh god.
Especially with his supplements, his soy supplements.
Yeah, his supplements, dude. I hope
Dude.
he's red as a tomato.
Yeah,
I
dude,
wanna put this shirtless Alex Jones.
You
as red as
how
a
you can
tomato.
pick up parts and supplements. The supplements are Alex Jones soy pills.
Oh my god. Please.
Boy,
Please, God.
Dude, he would be OP. He'd be like insanely OP in this game. But yes, I would like every single paycheck. I would spend $60 to get a new copy, and then give it to someone.
Oh, it would be beautiful.
All right,
I hope
here we
every
go.
attack he does, he makes some comment about the globalists. Like every finishing move he
Lance
makes,
Jones
he
of
just
War.
says globalist scum.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's have a look. Have a look at this guy. Okay. So he's white. I'm just making sure that he's white. He's not. They didn't.
Who?
The surgeon with the scalpel. This is Abby's father that I'm looking at here, right?
Okay.
So I saw a screenshot that alleged that he's black, but he seems to be pretty white to me.
I mean, if he was black, Abby is the whitest mixed race girl I've ever seen.
She has to be albino. No, that's dude, James, I'm sorry, that's white. That dude's. You guys are seeing this, right? Or am I literally
Yeah, he is
colorblind?
white.
Am I actually unable to see color? Cop, listen, Cop Wiseau, you are a cop. You of all people should be able to notice people's races.
He's definitely white.
He's
This
white.
is a white man.
He's not
This is a
Mexican.
white guy.
No, he is white.
This is for sure a white guy.
Okay.
He's Mexican. I mean, he might be, I guess.
Let's see.
Well, you see, there has to be an accent to know that.
It's true, dude. You know what, dude? He could also be like Honduran, bro, or like Peruvian. You don't know. He could be any number of South American nationalities. Who knows?
Pardon me, sir, as
Well,
I
it could be
scroll through my
dangerous.
list of weapons and try to figure out what I'm gonna kill you with. Give me 1 second.
Dude, the shorty one, the shotgun that's converted to like a handgun.
What about the sniper pistol? That'll blow his head off.
All right, well, yeah, but it's more sad for the shotgun for the damage, the spread.
Okay, tell you what.
Or no, you know what, melee?
I'll
Can you
pull
kill him
out
with melee?
I can't kill him with the melee. I don't think.
That's
But-
definitely the way.
Well,
to
maybe
go.
Joel did deserve what he did.
No.
Hey,
no.
no.
I'm.
No.
The way you're talking about this makes me feel bad.
Listen, bro. We're just playing a game.
Oh,
dude. Come on.
it didn't blow his head off.
You fucking animal!
Damn it. Maybe if I get a little bit closer. There we go. All right.
Yeah, dude.
Um,
I'm gonna ask. Well, I'll ask you this question once you've played the game, Southpaw. When we do the official.
There goes your right arm.
Oh my God, Southpaw.
Let's see. I'm gonna get a little closer. There goes
But
your
I'll
left
ask this
arm.
question.
There goes your right leg. And there goes the left leg.
Oh my God.
You are a headless, limbless thing. You know what?
When we finally
I'm gonna
do
teabag
the,
on you.
Oh my Southpaw.
Yeah.
Proving my point.
Now let's see.
When we do the podcast and we have the goons, the squad all arrive.
Hold on, I have 3 more bullets in my assault
Strong
rifle.
female characters
Yeah.
of recent years, and which one do
I
you
don't
prefer?
think you would recognize this anymore.
Let's see. All right, hang on. I've got. Oh, hold on. I've got a couple of shorty shells. Let's have some fun with this.
Dude,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Shorty, it's the best one, dude.
It's not doing a whole lot of noticeable damage there, but you know what? I'm just gonna.
You can use the flamethrower.
Yes, I'm gonna char him to a crisp.
Who can do it, bro?
Well, let me go through all my pistol ammo. Give me 1 second.
Like a turd in the wind. I still can't believe that's actual dialogue from Venom.
Like a turd in the wind. All right, so I'm gonna save 2 bullets because I still have to kill Marlene, and that's all I need is 2 bullets to kill her. And okay, hang on. Let's see. All right, flamethrower
Just stab
time.
Marlene, bro.
Flamethrower time. All right, here we go.
Oh shit.
Oh, you know what? I just realized it's not working. I need to. Oh.
Listen, it's fine, dude. You got him. You save Ellie now. Save Ellie.
Can I? I can't.
Yeah, what I'm afraid of.
I can't kill him with a flamethrower.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Damn it.
Well, these dogs are step up the game. They got like fireproof clothes now.
Hang on.
Damn,
I
bro, why the Firefly is so well funded?
I'm gonna try loading.
You
Maybe
must be why they're called Firefly.
maybe if I start over.
Ooh.
Oh, I can't do it. Shit. Oh well. All right. Well.
I think you.
What
I
the
think
fuck?
You sufficiently utilized
No, I
the
can't.
doctor.
No, that's bullshit. It's not true. It's bullshit.
I did not.
Oh
I did
God.
not burn him. I did not.
Oh, hi, Marlene.
Oh my God. What?
Imagine Marlene.
I did not know that that could happen. Fireflies just rushed in and shot the shit out of me.
I gotta see this.
Oh,
What the
that's-
hell?
I have
Yeah, I didn't
never
know that
seen
could
that
happen
before.
either.
What happened to your butt?
There. I shot an arrow into his dick. Yeah, I'm just gonna restart the encounter. Give me 1 sec.
This is brutal, man.
Ah, fuck it. Whatever. I wanted to just, like, mess up his corpse even more so that it would be totally inconsistent with how it is in the Last of Us 2 cutscene. You guys are just gonna have to pretend that that's what I did.
I mean, Last of Us 2 isn't real. I don't know.
It's
what
no,
you're
it's
talking
you're right. You're right. It's not real. Okay. Let's see. Just go along this linear path.
You know, the more I think about it, the more I think, yeah, this is acceptable.
Yeah. He really does not. Yeah, Neil definitely does not want me to defile that surgeon's corpse. That's crazy.
We're okay. We're okay.
Also, it would be not killing anyway, because killing the other doctors would be your choice.
Yeah.
about. Interesting. So we just gotta.
We don't see him there, so
That's true. Listen, it's only a sequel if you interpret it as a sequel, right? So I
Yeah.
interpret The Last of Us 2 as a fever dream.
I interpret The Last of Us 2 as really shitty fan fiction, made by people that aren't fans of The Last of Us.
Agree.
You can't save her.
by the way, who?
Don't worry, guys. On my New Game Plus playthrough, guys, on my New Game Plus playthrough of this, because that will come in the future, I will flamethrower the guy, I will blow off his limbs, and then I will shoot arrows into his corpse, and I'll make it
Oh my God.
completely unrecognizable. That's what I'll do. Okay? Don't worry.
How fun.
That will come. That will come, and then that will confirm that Last of Us 2 can't be canon. There we go. So you guys are just gonna have to wait for that, I suppose. It'll come.
Really upset, man.
Well, I mean, do you blame me?
She won't feel anything.
Not really, but also like, oh my god.
Dude, do you realize how petty I am? I am going to create a different account just to play The Last of Us 2 on so that the trophies aren't on my profile. I don't want... I don't even want the trophies. I don't even want trophy progress to come onto my profile, dude. I don't want a single trace. I don't want a single trace of that game on my profile. I just like... I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna resell it. No, actually, I'm gonna smash a copy of it with a golf club. That's what I'll do. I'll smash my pre-owned copy with a golf club. I'll do it on camera too. But I am not.
Oh, that sounds much more fun than golf.
I am not gonna have any record of that game on my PS4 or my main profile when this is all done. That's how petty I am about The Last of Us 2.
Beautiful.
Turns out there's a whole lot more like
Damn, bro.
people that are immune. There's dozens, actually.
Hey, everybody in chat, tell us the ways you would like Southbottom or Abby's father, whose name I don't know.
I have to start with a flamethrower,
Stop looking.
and then I have to blow off his limbs and his head with a shotgun, and then I just shoot arrows into his body.
I'm taking myself.
Man, I
Sorry.
really do like Joel, the character. That's the thing. Like, I remember liking The Last of Us 1,
Mm-hmm.
not like super loving it, being like, yeah, this is cool. And when I saw the leaks and saw what happened, I just had this reaction of like, what? And then it made me realize, oh wait, yeah, I do care about this character.
I honestly,
yeah.
I honestly hate that Neil Druckmann thinks that what Joel did here is wrong. Joel did nothing wrong. Like, you guys have to understand that the Fireflies were going to kill a little girl without getting her consent.
That's kind of a problem.
That's utilitarianism, and utilitarianism is not moral. So if you're trying to judge the Fireflies by like, so you're willing to judge Joel based off of some modern moral standard, right? Like, oh well, he killed someone that was someone's father, you know? It's like Yeah, but he was holding a scalpel up to him, and he was going to use that scalpel to cut open a girl's head and kill her.
Also, like, this is the other reason why the sequel is fucking shit. It ruins, like, the ambiguity of the ending. Like, it's a perfect ending to just leave it there and have us to be like, man, make up our own minds about what we think and how we feel.
Yeah, like...
But then the second game just rams it down our throats. Like, no, this is actually the moral perspective on what happened in the first game, you idiot.
Exactly.
No, Joel's evil. Don't you see, you fucking stupid bitch?
Exactly.
Joel's a bad man.
See, I like... My opinion of it has been like, you know, it's nice that you can actually interpret the look on Ellie's face as the screen goes to black. Like, hey, maybe she isn't cool with what Joel did. Like, she should... Okay, obviously she knows that he's lying. And then it's up to you as to whether that look that she gives him is either, like, it's just disappointment and she's never going to look at him the same way again. Or maybe it's just something that she's just going to have to move on from. Like, that's an interesting, ambiguous ending. But then the sequel just comes along and has to ruin that and say, oh, no, their relationship was toxic. I
Feels great.
hate it.
Feels fucking good, dude. Don't you love that? Also, remember how, like, this, I think Ren enlightened me on this when he said, yeah, there's a piece of paper or whatever that you can find in the game that shows that, yes, there are other people like Ellie that they found.
Yeah.
That were also, you know, but they didn't get any information from it. I'm like, oh, so that actually, that adds a dimension to it.
Also,
like, there is actually no guarantee
Joel is
that
not...
this would have worked.
Joel, okay, by the... Considering how everyone else in this world is after the apocalypse, Joel isn't that bad of a person. Like, he really... Like, this is a world with cannibals, rapists.
Exactly.
You've got people that murder people that enter their territory just to take their clothes and use them for food and shit.
He's, like, neutral at best.
At worst. He's a smuggler. He's a smuggler who... Literally every person that he kills in this game would have killed him if he didn't fight back.
Yeah, dude.
So it's like... Yeah, it's kill or be killed in this world. So, oh, he's killed so many people. Dude, it's kill or be killed. Like
It's the apocalypse, dog.
Yeah.
Be all poetic and just lose our minds together.
Yeah, and then in the second game, they try to make Ellie
I'm
go
still
like,
waiting for my turn.
I feel so horrible killing all these people.
Oh, don't worry, Wicker Man. I will commit suicide in the most gruesome ways possible when I'm playing as Abby.
That's a good fucking point, Cop Lizzo. Like, that is so fucking dumb that they go for the angle of like, oh, killing, I feel horrible, it's awful. I'm like, Ellie, you have been killing to survive
the whole game.
You not just that, you've been killing to survive since you were a creature. Like, you know that this is the world. And it is horrible, yes, but like this is what you've been doing this for years.
Swear to me.
Yeah.
But now, because revenge is bad, you're like, oh, the murder. I'm like, great, that's sure that helps stuff. How many fucking people do you think, on average, you would kill? And on the average playthrough of The Last of Us 2, how many NPCs do you think you would kill?
Oh, like, is there even a way to like check statistics for that? Because Uncharted has a way of checking the statistics on all the people that you've killed.
It's gotta be hundreds, right?
For
Like,
sure.
It's gotta be at least, even if we say it's just 100 people. Like, you kill 100 people to get to Abby, then don't kill her because revenge is bad. Okay, great, you fucking piece of shit.
Game director,
Fuck those 100 people.
Papa G, look at this. Game director, Bruce Straley. Creative director, Neil Druckmann. Game director is Bruce Straley.
Spicy.
There we go. The fucking credits of the game itself say that Bruce Straley is the game director. Neil Druckmann's the creative director. He is a director, okay? But Bruce Straley is the game director. He is above Neil Druckmann.
Take that, Papa G. Thank you for your support, by the way. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you for watching, Papa G, and your engagement with chat. I'm just...
We're very glad to hear. We appreciate your presence there.
Yeah. Joel admits he's done terrible things. You see him torture people in this game. Yeah, okay, so... Yes, why does he torture people in this game? Why?
Get back up.
What? Yeah, exactly. He is trying to locate Ellie.
Yeah.
That's the reason he's torturing two dudes that were attacking him, by the way. They started out attacking him. They were going to kill him. They were going to fucking gut him with a knife right before.
Well, that's the question, right? Like, what is your moral perspective? Are you of the... I can't remember the term for this, but are you of the perspective that acts are inherently immoral, or do you believe that acts stand on the surface of something or better? Right? Because if, like, right...
That's
if your
utilitarianism,
perspective is,
right?
I think so. I can't remember the specific terms. I'm very sorry.
Because if it's so, then you
But-
have to justify what the Fireflies wanted to do with Ellie.
Yes. Basically
And
what
so
I'm getting at.
the problem is, it's like, so, you know, everyone thinks, okay, yeah, the moral thing to do is to kill this person to save all of humanity, right? Even if, like, they can't give their consent. The idea is there's a surgery that has to be done. It's going to kill the person, and you don't get that person's consent first, right? So you may think, okay, yeah, the obvious answer is to go ahead and kill that person and save humanity. But most people that
Things
say
I do
that,
from use.
they're not going to think about, what if that person is you? What if that person is your family member? What if that person is your girlfriend? What if that person's like, you get what I'm saying here? Suddenly, as soon as it shifts, and listen, now for me, sure, if I was in that position, I would be fine personally, as Ellie probably would have been too. She would have been fine with getting her brain scooped open and killed and everything. But the Fireflies didn't get that consent from her first.
That's pretty fucked up, bro.
So,
And yeah, I would torture and kill some people to rescue my boyfriend, Thomas, my beautiful twin. If you're watching, I love you.
yeah.
I don't think he's I think he's asleep actually. Fuck, I'm gonna text him that with no context. I would torture and kill people to save your life, and I want to see how he reacts.
I mean, in a post-apocalyptic setting, like, sure, yeah.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm giving him no context.
Oh, okay.
Text him out of the blue and be like, I would torture and kill people to save your life.
Yeah.
Say something like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill for my twink."
Your life. Okay, I sent it to him. I don't think he's awake though.
Well, that was my playthrough of The Last of Us, folks. That was my first Let's Play ever. It didn't go the most smoothly. Hopefully future streams will go a little bit more smoothly. I want to hear some feedback regarding the layout. I know that you guys are used to seeing the Discord heads on the bottom of the screen, and that probably helps for like aspect ratio and everything. You're able to see like more of the screen technically.
Yeah, but we got to see you, Southpaw.
True.
The
There's
beautiful Southpaw himself.
there's the face cam. Yeah, it's proof that I'm not catfishing you guys. I may not look like Stuckman anymore, just because I've grown out the beard. I now look like Obi-Wan Kenobi. So there's that.
Which is much better.
Upgrade.
You feel comfortable?
Huge upgrade.
Yeah, you sent me that's also good. You sent me a picture of you. Are you okay with me saying this, by the way?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah, it's not. Oh, sorry. I should clarify. It was not a nude. I know that sounded very weird. Me starting the sentence. You sent me a picture of you and then pausing. It was not nudes. Southpaw did not send me nudes. But he sent me a picture of him dressed as Obi-Wan Kenobi, Jedi robes and everything, and the lightsaber. I'm like, wait, this is really good.
That is
actually
true. You know what?
Legit.
Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. I'm gonna go on Discord here. Let's see. Buzz,
You just gotta practice
is
your
there
Ewan McGregor impression.
is there a chance that you can actually find that picture?
Probably. I just gotta scroll up in our DMs a little bit.
Is there like a way to like just look through the pictures that we've sent to each other?
Yes, actually, there is. I can search.
I just found the Lego Raylo porn.
Oh God.
Remember when I showed you that?
Yes,
Wasn't
and
that
I have
great?
not forgiven you for that.
I was just gonna leave it there so that Chad's like, wait, what Lego Raylo porn?
It's not, guys. Don't click. Please don't click on it. It's not good. It's not. It'll upset you.
I found it.
I also
Tab.
found it.
Okay. All right.
Do you want me to post it in this chat?
I am about to show it. Just quickly.
You're about to show it.
Yeah.
Yes, he's about to drop a nude. He's gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get banned on YouTube, guys.
Yeah, Southpaw and I have a very strange relationship. We'll talk about the podcast and like media, and then occasionally he'll just send me an unsolicited nude.
There you go,
And
guys.
then that's just I have to deal with that.
All right, I'm gonna see how the chat reacts to the Obi-Wan picture right there.
I can't imagine Obi-Wan with hairy legs.
Oh yeah, it was on Twitter, wasn't it?
So it looks like Arthur Maxim from Fallout 4. Is that a compliment? Southpaw, how do you feel about that?
I'd never played Fallout 4.
Oh, okay, I'll grab you a picture of Arthur Max and I'll show you.
The picture actually looks good. Huh. Yeah, you kind of do look like him.
Thank you.
Here you go. This is a picture. I'm putting it in the thing.
I probably look
There's
like him
Alpha.
more like in between Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, given my age.
This is
but
a picture of Arthur Maxon.
Yeah, it looks like a transition.
let's see. Oh, I definitely got the hair. I'm not sure about the
this is
beard
just
though.
Post-apocalyptic you, dude.
I'm not sure about the beard though.
Could you grow a beard like that? Do you think?
I mean, maybe.
I mean, that kind of looks like my beard a bit.
It looks a
Except-
little bit like
except
my
way
beard,
longer.
actually.
Guys, do you think that this guy looks like me at all?
Yeah, chat. Does Southpaw look like Arthur Maxon?
Maybe I need to just pull that out a little bit more.
General Southpaw. Yeah, I agree. He does look like a good Obi-Wan Kenobi. That was
Thank you,
good.
Nick Brown.
Guys, does he look like Arthur Maxon? No, come on.
Oh, and by the way, whenever I'm playing EA's Battlefront 2, I will be wearing my Obi-Wan cosplay on camera. Yes. If ever I choose to stream that game again, I will wear the Obi-Wan cosplay.
You need to learn. You need to perfect your Ewan McGregor impression so you can do lines in the movie while you're playing the game.
Hello there.
Hello there. Yeah, dude, you got it. Yeah, it's great. You are the chosen one.
Oh no, I'm not brave enough for politics.
I think my favorite, probably, it's just, I don't know why, but I love the exchange, and the delivery of this line is so good. When Anakin says, "I've brought peace, justice, and prosperity to my new empire," and Obi-Wan just so incredulous says, "Your new empire?" I just love, it's such a good, I don't know, I just love that exchange. The delivery is so good. He's just sitting there like, what the fuck are you talking about, Anakin?
You were right about one thing, Master. The negotiations were short.
That's a good one.
You're tearing me apart, Leia.
God, Wiseau Star. Dude, Tommy Wiseau in Star Wars is one of my favorite videos. Holy
Oh,
shit,
hi,
it's
Mark.
So funny.
Play Fallen Order in Obi-Wan cosplay? I could do that. I haven't played Fallen Order yet, actually, so that could be...
You might enjoy it.
That could be fun. Wolf didn't enjoy it, and I tend to agree with Wolf on a lot of things. He actually... I mentioned this earlier with you, BuzzAxe, but he...
Yes.
I was surprised to find out that he had actually seen Gettysburg, and he liked it a lot.
Yeah, it's quite good.
I was really surprised. Guys, if it's not enough that Evan and Buzz and I and E-Man all endorse Gettysburg, Wolf, that Wolf, endorses Gettysburg. Go watch Gettysburg. 4.5 hours long. It's great. Do it. It's got like the best performance from Jeff Daniels that you'll ever see. Trust me.
Shockingly good, actually, performance from Jeff Daniels. To the point where you're like, why can't you just do this all the time?
Yeah, it's like career best performance, easily. And the dialogue is great. Has like some of the best like speeches I've seen from a movie.
Yes, very good.
Especially Chamberlain's speech to the defectors in the beginning.
Really, any piece of Chamberlain's dialogue, if we're being honest.
I want to do like a video that's dedicated to just talk about the awesome stuff in Gettysburg, and I feel like that would just be a super long video. It'd almost like become a critique of Gettysburg, and it would be like 19 hours long.
Yep.
Of just breaking down why it's so great. The Battle of Little Round Top would take up most of the most of the runtime, possibly. Like, it's a pretty fucking amazing Civil War battle put to screen. Buzz, do you remember what your reaction was to how the 20th Maine finally won that battle?
Yes.
Okay, would you like to repeat that for the chat? The exact words that you used after they won.
Wait, the exact words I used, I don't remember. What did I exactly say?
I'm going to type it into chat.
Did you quote me?
I can quote you. Hang on. I'm gonna type it into the Discord chat.
So you want me to yell it?
Yes.
Oh,
All right, do it.
Yeah, I said I can't fucking believe that actually worked.
Yeah, you guys, if you guys haven't like, if you guys don't know about the Battle of Gettysburg, if you don't know about how the Battle of Little Round Top was won, you're not going to believe how the 20th Maine, this Union regiment, managed to win a fight without any ammunition against a Confederate force that outnumbered them 5-1. It's like
it's pretty fucking Chad.
it's and the best part is it's not made up. It actually happened. And there's actually a fake out that occurs during that battle too. That I had to like warn them like, okay, this is going to seem like bullshit, but I swear to you, this is like this actually happened, and they couldn't believe it.
I still don't believe that. Lie to, bro. It's fabrication. Come on, it's propaganda.
Okay, see, so I'm gonna just go ahead and let you guys know how the Battle of Little Round Top ends. It's a great battle. You should honestly at least watch it on YouTube. You can find the full battle on YouTube. But what happens is, so they run out of ammunition. They're holding the line on Little Round Top. It's this like little mountain at Gettysburg, and the Union has the high ground. Okay, and the Confederates are charging. They're charging up the hill and everything, and they're trying to take the mountain because if they take Little Round Top, that means that they can actually flank the Union's position, and that would have allowed the Confederates to win the Battle of Gettysburg. So
Which would be bad, by the way.
Yes, this was a turning point in the Civil War. This was the moment, because for most of the war, like for the first couple of years, the South was kicking the Union's ass. Gettysburg was like when the Union put a huge dent in the Confederate army. Okay, so this Battle of Little Round Top was arguably the most pivotal part of one of the most pivotal battles of the entire Civil War. Okay. So the 20th Maine, they are holding off the Confederates, a Confederate army that's outnumbering them 5-1. They do have the high ground, though, so that makes up for quite a bit of that disadvantage. I was not surprised that Wolf liked the film, by the way. I was surprised that he'd seen the film. But what they ended up doing was, so of course, in the Civil War, they had muskets that only fired one round, and that would then take, 45 to 60 seconds to reload for like after every shot, and the Union had run out of ammo at this point. So Colonel Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain, played by Jeff Daniels, decides they're going to fix bayonets onto their muskets, and they're going to charge downhill straight into the Confederate force, the Confederates that still outnumber them 5-1, and it works. They form a proper flank, like a proper line and everything. So they're like really kind of surrounding the Confederates with whatever Union soldiers they have left, and they just charge downhill. And the Confederates at first are like opening fire on them, but then because they don't have enough time to reload before the Union engages them, they're like, oh shit, and they don't have bayonets fixed to their muskets either. So then they start running. And whenever Confederates don't manage to run away, they get captured and taken as POWs.
It was fucking... Dude, like... Bro, Chamberlain was fucking... Chamberlain was hacking, bro. Like, holy shit. That's the only expedition. Fucking, he had aimbot. Dude, that or, like... God was clearly on Chamberlain's side.
Not to mention,
watch the movie, you'll see.
I'm not even going to give away the other part because it's so insane. It's honestly something where if it happened in a fictional movie, you'd go, that's bullshit. But there's actually like it was documented to have happened in the real world in that battle.
Yeah,
in that skirmish, it actually happened, and it's like it's almost like plot armor to the max, but it actually happened.
They did not win. They did not.
They did not.
The battle was called the Battle of Little Round Top at Gettysburg. And there's a... You know what? Let me just go ahead. I'm going to...
Yes, the Battle of Round Table.
Yeah.
The Battle of Brown Table, yeah.
The Battle of Brown Table. Let me pull up. All right, let's see.
Where Brown Table met his timely defeat at the hands of General Southpaw.
Okay, so... Little Round Top Part 1. Okay, I'm posting the link in YouTube chat right now. There it is. That's the link to Part 1 of the Battle of Little Round Top. Watch the whole film, though. The whole film is great. It has an amazing score that's composed by Randy Edelman, the gentleman that did the Dragonheart score, and he does an even better job on this film. Like just the main title alone, and how the movie starts out, you know that you're in for something special.
I think my favorite piece of dialogue, and the music is so perfect while this is happening.
Mhm.
The conversation about the divine spark between him and his lieutenant. It's just such a poignant, simple, quiet moment. I love it.
Yeah.
It's really good. Everybody watch this movie. Fucking watch good movies. Don't play The Last of Us 2. Just watch Gettysburg instead.
Yeah. It's I really hope I can do a watch party of it with Mahler at least. Have a long man watch a long movie with me.
What if he doesn't like it?
Oh, that would be a Gettysburg related EFAP. That could be interesting.
Oh no! But how long would that be?
Oh my God, there'd be a movie so long that it might require like 2 or 3 streams because it took them forever to get through the Phantom Menace EFAP. So
Christ on the cracker,
the Phantom Menace debate. Yeah.
Let's just hope he just likes it. He's like, yeah, it's
with
good.
no edits.
Things that Wolf and I disagree over? Good question. I can't remember having a huge disagreement with him over anything like we haven't had an argument really.
Women's rights, I think you guys heavily disagree over that.
Yeah, he's
kidding.
very pro women's rights, and I'm just not that way. It's surprising, I know. It really subverts your expectations, but yeah, he's super feminist, and I'm just not all about that. I'm actually the kind of person that looks at fucking a woman being playable in a video game, and I'm just like, what the fuck, man? This is SJW bullshit.
Yeah,
I need to,
Southpaw has
where-
said to me on
where-
multiple occasions that
where
he
is-
thinks giving women the right to vote was the worst decision
where is Geeks
ever
and
made in American history.
where is Geeks and Gamers when you really need him? We have a playable woman in a video game. This is
Yeah, where is
it's
he?
unacceptable.
What has he said about The Last of Us?
Oh, he's covered quite a bit about The Last of Us, and he's probably, I don't watch his channel, but he probably has made several valid points against it, covering the leaks, and they keep on DMCAing his channel, which is bullshit. So it's and he just got recently suspended on Twitter, probably because of his tweets about Naughty Dog and The Last of Us Part 2. And obviously, I don't think that he should be censored even for his crazy, stupid bullshit opinions about Cyberpunk or Robert Pattinson or whatever. And I don't,
So
I don't.
now, as what I'm seeing is he checked the Metacritic score for part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he has a video on that? Talking about the medic. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a 3.3. Now the thing is it is probably getting review bombed in that there are some people that are probably rating it without actually playing it.
Absolutely is getting bombed.
So
they openly talk about it on the Last of Us 2 subreddit. It's absolutely bombed.
I don't support that. I really don't support rating something on Metacritic without actually having seen it. Because that's not really an accurate reflection of what the people that have seen or played something will think of it. So I haven't reviewed it on Metacritic yet. I haven't rated it or whatever. I'm going to rate it. I'm going to review it, once I've played it. I'm going to play it. I'm going to what?
It's an interesting question, right? Because 3 out of 10 is very, very low mark. But if we're being honest, for what The Last of Us is, which is primarily a story and character experience, right? Because everything is designed to facilitate that story and the characters, right?
Right.
The gameplay is fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's not outstanding, but that's not necessarily what we're there for. So
Sure.
The core element of the game being terrible, part of me is like, you know what? That 3 out of 10 might be warranted.
Yeah.
Because generally the story might be that fucking bad.
And the thing is, I also have to point out, I'm sure that some of the people that are review bombing it have actually also watched other streamers' playthroughs of it.
Yeah,
So they have seen the full story and context. And you know what? At that point, I think that's fair. I think if you've seen all of the cutscenes, if you've seen people play the game the whole way through, even though you don't have the same experience with how the gameplay feels and how the controls feel, you're not going to do a good job with talking about how smooth the controls are, okay? But you can at least say that the story is shit. And you would like you once you've seen the full story, it doesn't matter if you've played the game or you've just watched someone play the game. You can just go, yeah, that's shit. Because, you know, there could be you're playing Uncharted and someone is watching you play Uncharted and just like enjoying the story, you know? If you can enjoy a video game story just from watching people play the video game, you can also say that's a shit story just from watching them play it. So
I mean, also
yeah.
it's a story. I think the difference here is that unlike certain video games, this is a story-driven game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody would deny that. That what is beloved of the Last of Us franchise is the story, not the gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like there are some games that do have like negligible stories, but the gameplay is great and
Yeah.
it's enjoyable. But this is not the case. So like no matter how good the visuals are in the game, and they're fantastic, nobody's disputing that, no matter how good the performances are in the game, and I don't think the performances are bad, it's just the material that's bad. Those can't save this game. The core of this game is the story and the characters, and both of them are fucking terrible. So I genuinely think that the 3 out of 10 might actually be like a fair rating.
Because like
the story is horrendous.
Maybe the 3 accounts for like the gameplay and the graphics.
Yeah.
And that's fair. It's just the weight really goes onto the story for The Last of Us, because so with Super Mario Brothers, it's not the story that you care about, it's the gameplay. So that's where most of the score is going to come from, how fun the game. Like, who gives a shit about plot holes in Mario? Who gives a shit about the world building?
There must be one guy out there.
Oh my
so
goodness.
salty.
I would love to find that. If there is a person out there that critiques the Mario games, like regarding plot holes, I want to find him.
Yeah, if you're
Please.
the Mario lore expert out there, please contact South.
Chat.
We need to talk to you.
Chat, go out, go forth in you're like I'm Sauron and you're my little ring wraiths, okay? Find me the One Ring. Bring me the One Ring. I need this guy. I need this guy to come on. And we'll have a whole Mario Brothers plot holes based podcast, okay? South podcast. But yeah,
Mario's last name can't be Mario because
So Luigi, holy shit! Yeah, the Mario brother. Oh my god.
no,
We're blowing open this whole shit.
no, the movie has revealed that Mario's full name is Mario, and Luigi's
That's
full name
just-
is Luigi Mario.
That is horrible. That is so fucking dumb.
So
Mario
Papa
Bros.
G,
to
to
have an
answer
actual story.
your question directly, Papa G, I don't know of any movies that that I like that Wolf hates. When I first saw The Gray, though, I will say this: I went into The Gray expecting awesome Liam Neeson survival action movie. Okay, it's gonna be like The Edge, but with Liam Neeson in wolves, and that's not what I got. And the one action scene that we could have gotten with Liam Neeson like punching a wolf, which the trailer teased. It teased Liam Neeson charging at a wolf with the knife in his hand and everything. And then we never got that. The screen cut to black and we went to credits. And it was really disappointing to me. Like, I was super disappointed in The Gray when I saw it in the theater. Now, that's a expectations getting subverted problem. I was expecting something. I had been sold something completely different than what was in the film. Now, and I wasn't old enough to fully grasp the themes and the substance of The Gray when I went and saw it, because it came out in what, 2009,
Hold on,
right?
Southpaw, are you
2011.
advocating for themes?
I am advocating for themes. I'm just advocating for themes that are executed well. And I, the thing is, with a kid, a movie with themes as substantive as The Gray, like, it's not going to. I'm not going to be able to grasp it as well when I'm like, God, let's see. So I would have been, I think, like 14 or 15
Oh,
when
I
that
read
movie
your
came
mind.
out. So yeah, it's like, I don't know. Not to mention, I came from a religious family, and I went and saw it with my brother and my dad, and I was religious at the time. and I really didn't like the atheistic message that was being pushed in that film at the time that I saw it in the theater.
Why?
Obviously, I've warmed up to that, and I've warmed up to the rest of it. But that's not a movie that I actively dislike now. Just to be clear, before Wolf goes and tries to kill me. But yeah, the biggest problem with The Grey was the false marketing. I mean, Wolf and I agree about like Spec Ops: The Line. He thinks that's a great game, and I think that's a great game. I'm actually gonna play Spec Ops: The Line right after I finish The Last of Us Part 2, and then I'm gonna play The Last of Us New Game Plus probably after Spec Ops: The Line.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
So you have PS Plus?
I do have PS Plus. Yeah. In fact, you have to have it in order to play multiplayer on the PS4. Do you do you have PS Plus?
I don't. Hold on.
Because if you do,
Yes.
dude, shoot me a friend request.
I think I did. Didn't I?
What's?
Yeah, I think you added me because I remember you asking like, "Oh, you're the guy with the Kratos profile, right?"
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah. Listen,
what's your
one day we should play. I don't know what we should play, but we should.
what's your gamer tag?
It is. Where is it? It is Lord Diamondback. It is
Lord.
It is an inside joke that I can't quite explain right now.
Okay. Lord Diamond.
Eddie.
No, you don't. It's not.
Yeah,
It's
you're
not.
right. I don't.
Yeah, it's just because it's not a pun.
Now you've got like.
it's,
Wait.
it's not a joke that you could just figure out via wordplay. Like it's legitimately like it literally it does not make sense unless you were in the Discord server that I was in.
Lord Diamondback. Does that have like any underscores or anything?
Yeah, an underscore between Lord and Diamondback.
Okay, because I was about to say, A, we don't have each other added, and B, that's not a Kratos profile picture. That's a gay anime cowboy. There you are.
That's
Okay. You're still
definitely
Kratos.
not.
Like
me.
look on the stream right now.
Yeah, that's not me.
Okay, so
Why is that
Definitely not me.
even-
all right, Diamondback. That's a Luke Cage reference, is it not? Because I believe that's
Okay.
the name of the villain from season
So
1.
I will explain. Okay, so this is an odd explanation. Okay, so bear with me. So yes, the villain from Luke Cage season 1 is named Diamondback. Now, my friends and I were in another Discord server. Somebody posted like an article that was like, oh, MCU characters compared to their comic book design, and one of the things that they posted was an image of Diamondback compared to the comic book Diamondback. However, the picture of the actor was clearly edited. It wasn't his body. Like they superimposed like a weird picture of his face on the body, and it was such a strange face that we screen capped it and then made it an emoji, and we've been using it for like 5 years now.
You've occasionally
Diamondback
sent it,
emoji.
yeah, the Diamondback emote or emote, right?
Yeah, basically every time I react to something in our DMs and you see that black face, that black guy's face, that's the Diamondback emoji. It's
Yeah.
my go-to react because it's perfect. So I'll post it real quick in the thing so you can see
That
it
just
because
sounds
it's
like a racial
perfect.
profile.
Look at it. Look
Yeah.
at it. It's just perfect. It's just like a weird, it's just a strange expression. You don't really know, like he's smiling, but like you don't understand why. Is he smug? Is it like a secret joke? And it's just like a perfect reaction. It's so multifaceted.
I've got that on stream right now, so people can see.
It's just the perfect reaction. Yeah, so like that's the thing. I just used that for like everything. So yeah, as you can see the face, it's great. The Diamondback react, it's so fun, and I've been using that for years. And then on
That can't be real.
Steam, that is my avatar. My name is just Diamondback on Steam, and yeah, I just been using that for years.
It's excellent. Chat seems to
will
be
be
really
glad.
into it.
Justice League Superman.
Yeah. So, anyways, that is the explanation. That is the origin of Diamondback. I am Lord Diamondback.
Thank you, Uncompetitive. I'm gonna quickly play a match of the Last of Us multiplayer. Probably not gonna be playing it for too long, but I can at least play some. Overall, the first game holds up pretty well. The gameplay definitely is not the greatest, but the point of the game isn't necessarily the gameplay itself. It's the story, and it's done in a medium that I think it works best for this story. And I think that like it's got really good world building, you know, especially with all the stuff that you can pick up,
Watch your asses.
all the collectibles and everything. Voice acting is phenomenal.
Yes.
Really good work. Even some fairly cliched plot points still end up working out because of the voice acting. All right, let's see here. Shit.
James Moore, Lord Diamondback. Sounds pretty homo to me, dude. Well, I mean, at least maybe a little bit. Nothing wrong with a little homo, guys, right? Nothing wrong.
No.
Come on, a little homo with the homies. What's wrong with that?
I can't relate.
Imagine being straight in 2020. Heteronormative losers.
Shit.
The Lord Diamondback.
I don't know, dude. I'm having a pretty lit time.
Hold on. I can
Oh, I got a reviver on my team. Sweet.
Backs? No, I don't show. No, that's not what that means.
There we go. Holy shit.
Diamondback sounds like a football reference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's the thing. Out of context, exactly. You have no idea what it meant if you just saw. If you saw my Steam profile, like think about it. If you saw, chat. If you saw my Steam profile with that face, that random fucking weird face, and the name of just Diamondback, like what would you even think? If you hadn't seen Luke Cage season 1, you just have no idea what this is. What would you think?
I don't know. Maybe like this is a troll account or something.
Well, my PlayStation profile is correct, but my Steam one is the.
So you might watch Diamondback.
No, dude, listen, no, Kratos' voice actor is black as fuck, so he counts, it's fine.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
There we go.
And on June 19th of both.
Oh, he left the game. He rage quit.
you turn into
I have to atone for my sins
Oh, he
against my
got
people.
wrecked.
I have to pray to my ancestors to forgive me for my transgressions.
By the way, I haven't seen any Mad Max movie except for Fury Road, and I loved Fury Road. So,
Really?
Yeah. Is there a problem with that? Or there a problem with loving Fury Road, or just not having
You
seen?
haven't seen any of them? Really?
Yeah, really.
Yeah. I mean, Fury Road is arguably the best one. That's, you know.
Nice, nicely done, Mexico. Let's see.
I'll take that out of context.
Yeah, good job, Mexico.
Good job, Mexico.
Good job.
Yeah, I don't support you, but good job, Mexico.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll watch the first two eventually. Come on.
There was something
Your
I
hot
wanted
sauce
to.
is doing well.
There was something I wanted to force you to watch, Southpaw, but now I can't remember what it was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna like be like, hey, we gotta sit down and watch this. But now I don't fucking remember. Black is subjective, Diamondback. No, it's not. Black is objective. It's the objective truth. Diamondback is right. Diamondback is right.
Oh shit, I got a dude coming for me.
God, I wish I could use the Diamondback reaction. It would be so perfect. If I had the power
Oh shit.
to just use the Diamondback reaction, even in real life, that I could just summon an image of Diamondback. Oh, it would be so powerful. Just the ability to confuse people so thoroughly. Doesn't Wolf hate it? Wait, hold on. Does Wolf hate Mad Max?
I don't
What?
remember hearing anything about him hating Mad Max.
Thunderdome is easily the most. Well, it's not anymore. Fury Road might be more quotable, but it is. Yeah, Thunderdome is great. It's a very fun time. I don't know. Somebody's saying didn't. Seatown says doesn't Wolf hate it, and I don't know what he's referring to. But we're currently talking about Mad Max, so I have to.
I've never heard that before.
Oh, ER doesn't like Fury Road. All right, well,
Correct.
listen, people can be wrong about things.
Yeah, it's totally okay for ER to be wrong about that.
Oh, hates
watched
Get
that
Out.
movie.
I don't know if
That
he
was
hates
really
Fury
good.
Road. Oh, okay.
Oh no,
But if you watch it,
he made a review on Fury Road. He doesn't appear to like it.
Yeah.
It's his worst one for sure. I've never watched an ER video.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, I didn't know who he
What,
was
do
until they
you
talked
have
about him
something
on
against
Impact.
Nazis or something?
Sorry?
Do you have something against Nazis or something?
Well, I don't know if you know this, Southpaw. I'm like an intersection of like 3 groups of people the Nazis really didn't like. So, kind of difficult. You know, I can't say that I'm, you know, I guess I'd have to come out and say that I'm anti-Nazi.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But I hear that black people can be you know, pro racism against black people too.
Yeah, and sure they can. I'm not though. I also don't want to discriminate the gays or the Jews. So, you know, all across the board. I guess I did not. I don't really agree on anything.
Damn.
I know, but you just can't get along with some people in this world.
Well, that wasn't a damn directed at
I
you.
would
That
be
was
on board if they hired me. It would make a good living, okay?
Oh God. What, being a cop doesn't pay enough?
Honest living. Yeah.
Since you're not.
Oh shit.
I said nothing.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, nice, Mexico. Oh, Mexico is kicking ass.
Chat, tell me. Now, I want your opinion on this, chat. Should I force Southpaw to watch JoJo's with me? Should I watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventures with Southpaw? And if I do watch it, what are the odds that he's gay by the end of watching the show?
Someone cover me while I take care of this.
I don't watch JoJo, but that sounds interesting.
No, listen, dude, JoJo's is a fun time. I'm genuinely interested to see what Southpaw will think of JoJo's, because I have very strong opinions on JoJo's.
Could be interesting.
Be very fun, Southpaw. I'm very interested. What I really want to do, I talked about this when we were VCing about things. I really want to make Mahler watch JoJo's because I want his opinion on it, like desperately. I really want to make the Minecraft extended crew watch it because I need their takes.
Ah, damn it.
Because I'm certain that they would have
JoJo's
certain
clean
takes.
water.
Is that a JoJo's reference? Yes, it is. JoJo's Part 4 is my favorite part. Crazy Diamond is my favorite stand. Josuke is my favorite JoJo.
Oh, I do have to watch Parasite again
Harvest is also a really good stand.
I hate part 2. They killed off JoJo.
Don't spoil. What the fuck, dude?
too. Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm sorry, man.
Hold on, have you seen the show or not?
Me?
I get the references, but for me, I haven't seen the show.
Then fucking why did you?
Sorry, careful.
Why did you say a spoiler?
I want to hear a full rant about this.
God damn it! The cop was out. Why did you do this? You betrayed me
You're
again.
the worst.
Fire in the hole.
Part 2 and Part 4 are my favorite parts. Boko no Piggy. Yeah, don't watch that, dude. Southpaw. I could give you some good starter animes if you want, Southpaw. We could watch them, see you feel. Don't worry, chat.
Maybe.
I'll slowly make him a weeb. Leave it in my hands. I'll make it happen.
Let's see.
Your hands?
Leave it in my hands, and I will turn Southpaw into a weeb. I'll make it happen. Don't worry.
Okay.
Ooh.
I love you, Cop. Don't worry, James. Don't encourage him, James.
Finished. Move out.
Wait, what happened?
No, nothing. Stop. Don't worry about it. Oh, can't wait. Last of Us Part 2. I also appreciate Copazon.
Oh, it'll be yeah.
Great.
Arms look alive.
It's gonna be really fun to play that game. At least it'll be fun to stream it.
We should stream. What's a good multiplayer game that we could stream? You have Steam, right, Southpaw? Because your PC's all set up.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we should play some stuff on Steam. I'm bad at video games still, but that would only make it more fun.
Get rid of that boots armor. There we go.
Maybe we should let the chat decide something that we play.
Yeah.
Chat. What should Southpaw and I play together? Yes, I will. Yes, I will turn everybody in the Southpaw podcast into a weep. I will do it. I will convert them all, corrupt them all. I'll turn them all into gay weebs after making them watch JoJo's. It'll happen. It's inevitable. The LGBT agenda will be met. But more to the point, what video game should Southpaw and I play?
Someone get over here and help me!
Friday the 13th. What? Isn't that what is it called? Not Dead by Daylight. Is that it? Is that Dead by Daylight? Is that the one?
Might be.
The Friday the 13th game?
One less straggler to worry about.
13? No,
Oh,
it is.
the Friday the 13th
Oh,
game
the
is
original
called
Star Wars
Friday the 13th.
Battlefront. I don't have the original Star Wars Battlefront on Steam, but I do have the original Star Wars Battlefront 2.
They're using smoke. Look out, rifle!
This is a forewarning, though, guys. I'm not good at games. So,
I'm
like,
decent, but I'm decent with console, which is very different from being decent with.
play Risk the board game. I mean, we could stream, stream us playing board games. It's totally fine. We could totally stream us playing Pandemic.
Oh, absolutely. That would be fun.
Dead
Oh.
by Daylight is a better version of Friday the 13th game. I've never played either. But listen, man, why not?
Someone cover me while I
We'll
take
do
care
that.
of this.
That's could be fun.
Shit. Oh, damn. How do you win?
So we should play Conan Exiles.
Conan Exiles? What's that?
Conan Exiles is This isn't gay Diamondback's European. First of all, I forget my name is my screen name is BuzzAxe. Diamondback. I mean, I guess you can call me Diamondback because it is also a screen name I use.
No, listen. I've called you BuzzAxe for so long. I can't help but call you BuzzAxe. You know.
That's true.
It's like if you transitioned into a woman. Like I couldn't use female pronouns for you because I'm
Don't
just
worry,
so
that's
used to
never
using the
gonna
male
happen.
pronouns. Okay.
Liking anime isn't gay, Diamondback. No, I know. No, liking
Oh,
anime isn't gay, but
and
JoJo's is gay.
And I'm joking. I'll use whatever pronouns BuzzAxe wants me to use for
Oh,
him.
really? Okay, well, Zimzer.
Zimzer?
Man,
Okay.
Yeah, and you refer to me as Zim. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
What about
Don't
like
starve together. We
okay?
can play that together. Risk Marine 2.
Co-op
These
Lego
are
Star
solid
Wars?
game suggestions for us
Or-
to play together.
Is Lego Star Wars able to do co-op over like online?
I don't know, but I would totally play that with you. That'd
Yeah.
be fun as fuck.
That would be fun. Maybe the Skywalker Saga game will have online co-op.
Okay, but I'm not playing the sequels. Though.
I'm not playing the sequels either.
I'm making that abundantly clear. I'm definitely not playing the sequels. Fuck that shit.
Well, you don't want to play on the Canto Byte level in Lego.
No.
Come on. You know
Shut
you
the
want
fuck
to.
up. I own a couple
feel
of
like-
the Marvel Lego games on PS4. We can play those together. But other things on we could play them on like PC and shit.
Does that have online co-op though?
I don't know. That's a very good question. We probably should look into that
Probably
before we say, hey guys, we'll do a Let's Play the Lego games. Probably should figure out if that's even
Probably.
possible.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be possible because if there were to be an online Lego multiplayer, I feel like the game will like slow down a lot.
Quite
me check
possibly.
Let me check that. Lego games.
Yeah, because like there's so much Legos on
Online.
screen.
Online multiplayer.
No.
Fuck.
Okay.
Doesn't
Fine.
support online multiplayer.
All right. BuzzAxe. You know what you gotta do then? You have to fly down to Georgia. And then we'll do couch co-op.
No. Sorry, it's just it's not really in the cards right now.
Okay. I'll just.
Because first of all, Corona.
True. True.
Second of all, I have a job. I can't just. I can't imagine trying to explain that to my boss. Hey, I need like 2 weeks off. She's like, oh, okay, what's going on? I'm like, well, I'm just gonna fly down to Georgia and play video games with this guy and then stream it on the internet. You know, just fucking
We gotta play
podcast.
some Lego.
I want to play Lego Star Wars with. That's the thing. You don't even say it's a video game. Just say that you want to play Lego Star Wars with with some guy down in Georgia. There's still thinking maybe it's
I'm
actually
sure
like
that'll go
with
down well.
actual Legos.
I'm sure that will go down well. Everything will be perfect.
Gotta make
Yeah.
social distancing on
If
the
we
couch,
can't-
though.
Oh shit, yeah, that's true, dude. Just say a family member died. The problem with that is that I might be.
Oh shit.
I don't want to give away too much information. I don't want to dox myself. Lego games need to be completed. Holy shit. I mean, I need a job. I need money.
Why
why would it-
for Lego games?
If the game is couch co-op, you two can play together. Oh, that's kind of cool. We should see if it works.
What?
Sort that out, and if it does work, we should totally do it.
Wait, what would work?
This Shine Pod just said Steam has that new play together feature. So if the game is couch co-op, you two can play together.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. Yeah, let's try that
Fun
out.
as fuck, bro.
That'd be awesome. Trying to think.
If we play the Lego Marvel games, like Shotgun playing as Thor, or really any flying character, I just want to be able to fly.
Okay. They fly
My
now.
favorite Lego character is Captain Marvel.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
You should play Ride to Hell Redemption.
You mean retribution?
Which, holy shit, I'm
Oh,
retarded.
you send me to hell, huh?
No. Well, yes, hell needs to be pacified. We need cop was out to conquer hell. There's a lot of illegal activity going on in hell.
Oh, so all cops gotta go to hell?
You know,
No, that's not what I said.
well, all cops are bastards. So
That is true. So,
now
sorry.
there is one
I
thing
have
I'd
no
like to do. Maybe Literature Devil could come down and do couch co-op with me, and then that way I could say that the devil went down to Georgia.
Holy shit, bro. What a long walk for a fucking punt. Captain Marvel is the true Chad. I agree. Billy Batson is a Chad.
he is.
Yep. Not Shazam. Comic book. good old boy Billy Batson from DC comic books. The real Captain Marvel. Yes, I agree. He is a Chad.
I want a superhero named Chaz.
Named what?
Named Chaz.
Chaz,
Chaz?
like the thing in Seattle.
Yes, exactly.
Listen, money costs money. Oh, I would totally love to watch the good DC movies with Southpaw. Animated movies, I mean. So have you watched some of the animated movies, Southpaw?
I've seen Under the Red Hood. I liked that one.
Yeah,
Is that-
we could watch. So and yes, the what was the black sister in Shazam again? Southpaw?
Oh, Darla.
Yeah, she was the best character. I agree.
Absolutely, she deserved to be made into the champion before Billy ever did.
So like post the Flashpoint movie, the Flashpoint Paradox animated movie, DC animated movies have been really hit or miss. So I will guide you through the good ones,
Okay.
and we can watch them.
All right.
And it'll be a fun time.
Yeah.
They're pretty short. They're not. Have you watched the Dark Knight Returns animated movie?
I have not.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. That has to be on the agenda for
Okay.
something to watch. It's really good. If you want to watch The Dark Knight Returns, but good. Sorry, Dark Knight Rises, but good. That's basically because the Dark Knight
Returns look good.
Yeah, Dark Knight Returns is what Dark Knight Rises took a lot of cues from. It's actually good.
Whoa, shit.
So we can watch that, and it's fucking lit. Yeah, so I'll just compile a couple ones and we can watch those together. It'd be fun as fuck. But yeah, man, that'll be lit. That is a classic, bro. The DCAU was so good. I love that show. I should rewatch it. But Shazam has Steamboat.
Oh shit, there's a dude that's climbing on the roof.
Dude, the past is full of some tone deaf and inappropriate choices.
Indeed.
So we don't have to worry.
Okay, they were simpler times.
We don't have to worry about it. It's fine. It's in the past. It's not real anymore. It can't hurt us.
Past be like.
Dark Knight Returns is great. Really accurate. Yes, it is. It's great. Dark Knight Returns is fantastic. It's a really good. I'm not even gonna give the qualifier of it's a good animated movie. It's genuinely a good movie.
Okay.
Can we talk about the Flashpoint movie for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hell, one of those character models.
Oh, I don't know.
I agree. Some of the choices, some of the designs of the character models were a little bit, little bit iffy. I did like it though. I think it's solid enough. I think the DC animated movies would benefit from being feature length. Them confining themselves to like an hour and 12 minutes is an odd choice. They did a good job with Dark Knight Returns where they split it into two. So altogether, it's like a 2.5 hour movie if you put the two parts together. So it's like just feels like a normal, like a normal length movie. I think they should have done that with more things. Like All-Star Superman movie is pretty solid. It's just kind of hurt by the fact that they had to make it an hour and 12 minutes, and they just skipped like a massive portion of the comics. Just because they can tell like the story. It would have been much better if they had two, like it was in two parts. One, it was 1 hour. One. I'm having
my
seizure.
My
1
team was
hour and 12 minutes.
absolute trash in that game. That's crazy. We
Yeah,
lost
Batman
big
the Animated
time.
Series. What are you talking about? C10. Yeah, of course, it's a classic. It's fucking fantastic. Sub-Zero is good. That is true. What the fuck was I gonna say? Oh, Superman versus the Elite is lit too. By the way, we should watch. You know what? I'm gonna forcibly turn Southpaw into super fan. I'm just gonna force you to consume all my favorite Superman stories until you love him.
Challenge accepted, I suppose.
I would love if. Well, I was about to say I would love if they did like a 2-part animated movie of Kingdom Come for DC animation, but I don't know how they would properly do that because one of the things that's iconic about Kingdom Come is that it's in Alex Ross's art style, and I don't know if you could properly animate that. But I would love to see it because it's one of my favorite. It's probably my favorite comic book of all time. Kingdom Come is fucking lit. South by, you've read Watchmen, right?
I have not yet. I have a copy of it though. It's just a matter of like when I can get around to reading it.
Damn, bro. Superman just has bad adaptations. He has bad adaptations in PR. He's a very solid character.
Save Martha.
Why? Why? Leave me alone, please.
That's what I think whenever I think of Superman, man.
Please go away. Stop bringing it up. It just hurts my soul.
Describe your feelings when you first saw that in the theater.
Batman vs Superman, I give like a solid 3 out of 10.
Mm-hmm. And all 3 of those points come from the warehouse fight, right?
Basically, yeah. Like genuinely, it was just fucking horrible. Like Superman and Batman. Superman is like my #1 favorite character, and then Batman is also on the list. Characters I love a lot and that have a rich storied history together, and that have like a great dynamic. So, watching them be butchered on screen for like 2.5 hours was just brutal. It's just so sad. And that Martha scene was just the culmination of 2.5 hours of garbage writing solved by the worst contrivance I've ever seen. And I just laughed at that point. Like, my mind broke. I wasn't even mad anymore. I'm just like, this is comical. Like, there's no way this is correct. This can't be real. Oh, God. Oh, good God almighty. Yeah, no, I didn't like it. It was bad. It was fucking shit. It wasn't good at all. Yeah, fuck it. I don't know what else to say. I fucking hate it. It's really shit.
When I'm thinking about the idea of Batman versus Superman, I'm just thinking to myself, okay, is there gonna be kryptonite in the movie or no? Because I feel like that would be an obvious thing to.
They didn't. Well, yeah, because they didn't address kryptonite in the first movie, so they had to like just the movie, like, you know, the second one opens with them finding kryptonite just to like right off the bat be like, all right, this is how we're gonna facilitate this. Also, like, God, guys, the actual fight between Superman and Batman in the movie is so lame. It's so fucking lame. Oh.
It's like in a public bathroom for some reason.
Everything about it is dumb. The plan is stupid. First of all, there's no way to guarantee Superman will even show up. There's literally because all Superman said to him before is next time they shine that light, don't answer it. You know, like, the bat is dead. Bury it. And so Batman interprets that as, oh, just shine the light and literally he will show up. But then here's the thing. The only thing that can actually defeat Superman for certain is the kryptonite spear, which he places at the bottom level of his abandoned apartment building, right? So it's his ace in the hole. It's the only way he can defeat Superman. And then he starts the fight outside, hundreds of feet away from the spear. And what almost happens that ruins the entire plan is Superman hits him so hard, he goes flying to the top of the building. Now, what would have happened if he didn't hit the edge of the apartment building and his fall is stopped? He would have cleared the entire complex and would not have been able to get to the spear and then would have fucking died.
Yep.
Like, the whole fight is just retarded. The whole thing is terrible. Why did he start it outside? Why warm up Superman with the sonic bullshit, with the machine guns? What is the point? You know that's not effective. It doesn't even serve as a distraction because you're not setting him up for anything.
Well, the sonic bullshit could work, right? If he's got like superhuman hearing and everything.
The
like,
sonic
you would
bullshit was the only thing I'm like, this might be smart. But then it's promptly destroyed. It just begs the question. Why? Why open with this bullshit that serves no purpose? Because it's not even like it's part of a plan to distract him and set him up for something. Because the only thing there are only
How
two
do you
moves.
know he has super hearing?
At that point, they just know because he's pretty open with his power. But like, because at that point, there are only two things he has that can actually do anything to Superman. It's the gas canisters and it's the spear. And nothing else he does with those opening traps do anything to facilitate his ability to use the others.
It is really dumb.
It's just a fucking. It's
like
a stupid fucking fight.
I feel like Batman would just wave the spear around like a maniac, instead of like just
Yeah, I mean, you'd think.
putting it in a certain specific spot.
Why
Or
doesn't
you know what
he
would be
like?
smart is you coat the blade of the spear in lead, So you open the fight, Batman's just like, or Superman's just like, what the fuck is this spear? And as soon as you stab him, Superman's obviously not going to dodge because it's just a spear. He's like, okay. But then the spear hits on his chest, the outer layer cracks, and all of a sudden he's being exposed to the kryptonite. And he's like, wait a minute. Oh no. And by then it's too late. But you know, okay. And okay, Nick Brown comments on the thing. The reason why the conflict between Batman and Superman works in The Dark Knight Returns and it doesn't in Batman vs Superman is that there's decades of history of each of those characters separately, and then most importantly of their interactions together, and then there's an actual story reason for why they're forced to fight. So when it happens, you're like, oh, this is great. There's so much going on here between this conflict. Like there's so much history that there's so much layered nuance.
I remember in the comics they started out as friends.
They are best friends. In the comics, they are best friends. And this is the thing, like people just assume that there's some horrible rivalry between the two of them, but they are best friends. They love each other. Like you have to look no further than Batman's reaction when Superman died in Death of Superman is like one of the few times you will see Batman cry on it. And like it's such a powerful moment because he's just at the tower and he's just looking at all the world footage. And Wonder Woman walks in, Batman doesn't make eye contact, and he just doesn't accept that Superman's dead. And he's scanning every piece of footage to see if he survived. And he's like, he can't be dead, can he? And then he just breaks down and cries. And like, it's a great scene because like, oh shit, yeah. That's how much they meant to each other. They're best fucking friends. But then, you know.
So, the relationship started from, oh, that's Superman, to, die, Superman.
So, no, they became fucking best friends. And then, yeah, that's the other thing. Death of Superman is such a big deal. Death of Superman is such a huge deal. Because at that point, Superman is, like, fucking famous. Everybody knows who he is. He's the #1 superhero on the planet. And the hype behind Doomsday was insane. When Doomsday showed up, before he even comes across Superman, Doomsday is just rampaging across the United States, destroying everything. Superhero after superhero shows up, trying to fight him, and they'll get fucking trounced. Like, the whole Justice League is getting beat the fuck out. They can't stop Doomsday. And he's headed right for Metropolis. And basically, people are like, holy shit, if our greatest heroes can't stop him, what's going to happen? He's just going to end up destroying this world. Because nobody can stop him. So then Superman shows up, starts fighting him. And, like, everybody's like, oh, cool, Superman's here. But then they can see that he is being brutally wounded. And they're like, wait a minute, what's going on? And Superman knows, like, oh, fuck. This is the problem. But that's the thing. Superman doesn't care. He's like, I know. Like, there's a certain point in the fight where Superman realizes, yeah, I'm going to die, but it doesn't matter. Because I have to stop him and I'm the only person who can. And if it costs my life, well, that's one life versus the billions of lives that will be saved in this action. That's an exchange I'll make anyway. Like, that's what made Death of Superman so fucking powerful. And then, you know...
Especially since, like the main people that started the Justice League are not present anywhere.
No one comes back from that.
Yeah.
It's just like a whole new team.
Yeah. It's just like it's years later. It's years down the line. Everybody's established who these heroes are. There's the world of history here behind these actions. You can't just perform the action without any of the context and hope to evoke the same idea. Doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah. The movie just pulled Doomsday out of its ass, and it's just like, there you go, and here he is.
Hated it so much. Doomsday.
And he looked like a fucking cave troll too.
Shit. In that, yes, he did actually. It would have been better if they just used the cave troll model from Lord of the Rings. To be honest, they just updated and put it in the movie. It would have been way better. It would have been so much funnier.
The trolls look better, okay.
It also kind of looked like the Ninja Turtles from the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles movies.
Bro.
like some horrific like combination of the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles and the cave troll.
I thought, yeah, Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, Doomsday.
Jesus Christ. But yes, I guess to summarize my point, Superman is a good character. He just has really bad PR, guys. He has tons of great stories. He has a lot of great animated movies. That's what you should watch if you want to see Superman done well. There's a bunch of great comics. He has a great legacy, great interactions with other people. It's just, you know, he has fucking horrible PR. I don't know why, but like they've just made so many terrible live action movies with him. Everybody's perception is that he's just an awful character. I'm like, no, and it's frustrating because I know how good he is. and everybody else is like, no, he's fucking boring, overpowered and lame. I'm like, no, you fucking idiot. No, he's good. You have to believe me.
It really wasn't about his power.
Yeah, it's not what it's about. It's about the man. It's about the man behind the powers.
It's like what he could do with them.
Oh god, I love him so much. It's my favorite fucking character. And then the Gleason and Tomasi run from 2018 was so fucking cool because he got to be a dad, like he had a son, and the arc came full circle. He got to be like in the Pa Kent role, and I fucking loved it.
Listen,
Holy shit.
BuzzAxe, not every movie can be Superman 3, okay?
I don't know what you're talking about. That's not a real. That's not. There are.
Wait, the one with Richard Pryor?
Yeah.
Nope, that's not a thing. That's not correct. You're mistaken. There are 2 Richard Donner Superman movies.
Who was the main villain?
Nope, don't worry about it. There are 2 Richard Donner Superman movies. Superman 1 and 2.
Was that supposed to be
And that's
Brainiac?
it. Nope, it's Superman 1 and 2, and that's it. There are no other Superman movies.
What about Superman 4?
Nope, that's not real.
Quest
I
for
don't know what you're
Peace?
talking about. Superman 4? What?
Yeah,
What
there's
is
like
that?
a quest for peace in it and everything.
I think you're
It was so
mistaken. I think
poorly
that's
shot.
no. I think that's a Chinese ripoff, dude. I don't think that's a real movie. I don't. Quest for Peace? No, I don't. That's not
It's
real.
a great piece of Hong Kong cinema.
Finished. Move out.
It's yeah. I agree. C-Town. It's actually wild. Batman vs Superman should have been a slam dunk. Like Batman and Superman are 2 of like the most famous characters on the planet. Like everybody knows who these people are, and they're fighting each other in a movie. Like everybody should have. This movie should have made all the money. It didn't even crack $1 billion. Like that's how fucking bad it was, dude. You could have just chilled out like an okay movie, and it still should have been a slam dunk. But no, it's so aggressively shit that they couldn't even break $1 billion with the most obvious slam dunk premise in the history of movies.
You know what my reaction was to that movie?
What was your reaction to the movie copy?
What was your reaction?
It's Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
shit, yeah. I keep forgetting that she's in that movie.
Oh, look,
But
it's
yeah,
the
there
Flash.
she is. She has a really cool theme,
Yeah. But
and that's you know,
Oh, look, it's
there's
Aquaman.
there.
If
Remember how like Lex Luthor had like symbols for them too on his
oh
computer? in the
god,
file?
like why?
So
Why?
Lex
Why would he
Luthor
do that?
created the Justice League.
Fan service.
I
that's
don't
it.
know. Fucking maybe. Like DCEU Lex Luthor is simultaneously the stupidest person on the planet and the most cosmic brain individual that could ever be. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he did somehow engineer the Justice League.
Nothing
Genuinely,
in that plan
like-
that he had in that movie made any sense.
It is the most
That would-
ludicrous
that would be
plan.
A great plot twist.
It is the most ludicrous plan that I can remember from movies, ever. The plan that Lex Luthor has, and so many people say the Ultimate Edition is better because it explains things. It's really not, because it just shows you more of Lex Luthor's plan, and it doesn't get better. It's just even worse because you see how
It's freaking
flimsy the
serial
plan
numbers
was.
And
Oh,
freaking like serial numbers and stuff.
I think my favorite part is like
some of that Matrix shit.
Lois exploring what is it? Lois exploring like the one witness for the case that that they bring before the Supreme Court. And first, that whole part is so fucking stupid. There's one witness with no evidence who's brought before the court. Nobody in the court vets the witness. She disappears immediately after making her testimony, and nobody questions anything. And on the strength of that one witness, the Supreme Court just demands that Superman appear in the United States and explain his actions. When first of all, they don't have. I hate everything about it. The plot
Like
is
they've got
so
bullet
fucking
holes
stupid.
in the
It doesn't make
bodies.
any
Like there's
sense.
no way that like, not to mention the fire. Like that wouldn't work for
Yeah,
proving.
that's the other thing. They show how they fake the thing and say that it was Superman, but they shot the people and then lightly charged them with a flamethrower. Literally, just cursory examination of those bodies will show you, oh, they have bullet holes in them. Clearly, this was not Superman.
Fire in the hole.
Or like, here's the thing,
I guess
like,
that,
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Cop?
Oh my God, he died.
Oh no.
But here's the other thing, like, they didn't kill everybody in the village, they just killed the warlord soldiers. But like, there were other people in that village too, who clearly could have said, yeah, no, Superman did not kill these people. like, literally, those soldiers who arrived and found the bodies, like, they just have to look at them for like 30 seconds and be like, oh yeah, there's no way Superman killed them. Like, it's so fucking stupid. All Lois Lane has to do is go on testimony and say, no, that's not what happened. I was there. Superman saved my life. That is not what happened at all. He didn't kill any of these people. Oh, I fucking hate that movie. Was so fucking stupid. Oh God. I think it would have been more interesting if he used Zod's undead body. He sort of rezzed it back to life a little bit. Had his own Kryptonian zombie.
If Superman
and then
were
started using that to frame Superman, like have an actual Kryptonian to do shit around the world, frame Superman. Batman starts investigating that, and that's what starts the rivalry. But because Batman's not a retard, he susses out what Lex Luthor is doing. So then Batman clandestinely contacts Superman, and they play each other off against Lex Luthor to play his ass. And then at the end they fucking get him. They're like, ah, you bitch!
if
Thought you had us.
If Superman were to try to use a gun, wouldn't he like destroy it when like trying to squeeze the trigger?
No, he has enough control. He has enough like fine control for stuff like that. Like he can write with a pencil and whatnot, all that stuff.
Okay.
He wouldn't have any problem. Actually, I have a great scan for Superman actually using a gun in the comics. I'm like, it's kind of fucking Chad.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
This is it's from Superman Birthright, pretty solid comic. I will show you. I like it because it's from an angry young Superman.
Okay.
And it's a great example of like, it's like, you know, basically it's just like a massive fucking flex. I'll just call it like it is. Why am I not? Why is it not letting me save the actual image itself? I don't want to just send you it. Oh, there we go. I'll put it in the chat or the South podcast thing.
Mm-hmm. Hey, BuzzAxe, Uncompetitive says, Superman has a finger. He could pull the trigger of the gun to throw people off his culpability for the crime.
Sure, but you would have to prove that. But they burned the bodies to make it look like his heat vision.
Which, by the way, his heat vision doesn't do that, right?
Yeah, it would just melt them. They would just disintegrate.
It'd be like a lightsaber.
Yeah. So then, first of all, that's not the story. What they said. They said that he used his heat vision to start killing these people. And then the thing is, they would have to prove that any of this even happened. Like, all they have is the bodies to go off of. But if you had investigated those bodies at all, you would clearly see that they were killed by a fucking gun. And then charged with a flamethrower. Like, it just makes no sense.
Right.
But anyways, yeah, South Park, you see that thing, Eileen?
I'm playing a game right now, so no.
How dare you?
You know,
No, it's just such a fucking flex, dude. I love this panel. It's so fucking Chad. I need to see it. When you die, you just tab out. Look.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, man, it was a dumbass, it was a fucking stupid plan. And there's so many easier ways to frame Superman. Also, like, it makes negative sense. Because even if you were able to accurately frame Superman for that. You could just look at what he did for the last 18 months, which is literally just nonstop save lives, and be like, yeah, it's clear that he just fucking snapped and murdered a bunch of people for no reason. Like, it's clear that this is the type of man that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
I think what they were going for is that they were taking like a realistic look at Superman, which yeah, I know that's the take, but it more so treating like a Weinstein type of deal, where like he's not really a good guy underneath, even though he does these good things for people. So I don't know.
I mean, sure. The problem with that is like that's not what they executed in the movie. And that's the thing. Even if Superman was just doing it for selfish reasons, the net result is a positive for the world. So like, what is the concern? Like, especially because they're like, oh, he's evil and he's killing people, but that's not the case.
He's clearly not evil, even though
Yeah.
he's like.
Clearly not.
He chucked God these great skyscrapers like he's a volleyball team.
Listen, bro. Listen, dude. They evacuated the city, okay? Also, I think they said that, like, in PBS, I think they said, like, 20,000 people died. I call bullshit, dude. 9/11 killed 3,000 people and only 2 buildings were destroyed. Like, entire city blocks of Metropolis were destroyed by the gravity engine. There's no way only 20,000 people died. That's such bullshit.
They made sure not to mess up again. So later on in the movie, they say
yeah, the abandoned. Yeah.
Yeah, like Ford's abandoned. Ford's abandoned.
I hate it.
Aren't you excited for the Snyder Cut?
Yes. Now, here's the thing. I actually am. because I can't wait to see how dumb it is. Like, I mean, because every piece of information I hear about what the Snyder Cut is supposed to be, I'm like, there's no way. Like, they can't possibly do this. And now I'm genuinely excited to see what it is.
Oh, shit.
Listen, it's not going to be good. Okay?
No,
I mean,
it's not.
I respect
It's
what
not.
it is.
But it is going to be fun to watch. I can guarantee that. Because even though, other than BVS, which hurt my soul, I have enjoyed every DCE movie I've watched because they make me laugh so much. It's just such a fun time, especially when I watch them with the boys. It's great. It's fantastic. It's a group roast set. Yes. Good night, Leader Tooth. Sleep well,
Good night,
child.
good night, Leader Tears.
Southpaw, I demand that you look at the panel that
One sec. Ay. Things are not looking good for us right now.
Finished. Move out.
just use the force, man.
Good tip. Very good advice. Let's see. I shall try. Okay.
Yeah, dude, Superman's a champ. My fellow Ewoks, how dare you?
Fucking burst rifle dickhead.
I know
Yeah,
this
there
is
are-
random, but
You go ahead.
oh, go on.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, go on.
All right, I was gonna say, yeah, there are a lot of ways you could have made a conflict between Superman and Batman work in the movie. It's just the ones that they went for are really stupid.
I
Just
agree.
really, really, really fucking bad. Like, you could have just had it be like an interesting dichotomy of like two different approaches to basically doing vigilantism. But it's not. They're just both like
Kind of-
weird, edgy pieces of shit.
Kind of like Daredevil versus the Punisher.
Yeah, just not as extreme. But yeah, definitely don't have Batman be killing people, please.
Yeah,
Please don't do that.
it'd be great to not have him killing people. All right, let's see here.
My problem with the kryptonite thing is like, how the fuck did they even figure that out? Like, they just say that they tested it against the corpse for some reason, and I'm like, but why? But why? Why? Like, why would you do that?
That's their first assumption because.
Like, it literally makes no sense. Jen, seriously, guys, think about this for a moment. The first scene we see is the kids taking fucking Southeast Asia, taking that piece of kryptonite, and the scientist is like, "Oh, great, it's cool, it's an alien artifact." And then they explain that through testing, they found out that it's injurious to Kryptonian. But like, think about that for a moment. They found a chunk of green rock, and then some psycho is just like, "Hey, what happens if we just smack it against his corpse?" I wonder what happened, guys.
I thought that would be like a natural rock.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, sure. Just use it on his finger.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, at least in comics, what they'll usually do is kryptonite is just like a powerful resource on its own. Like, it gives off a lot of energy.
Right.
So sometimes somebody will just have had it using it for something else, and then people are gonna come across it and be like, "Oh, what the fuck was that?" And then somebody will notice it, like a smart person will notice, like, "Oh wow, this is interesting. This caused a reaction in Superman," and then work backwards to like, "Oh, this will hurt him," as opposed to like, "Hey, I just found this rock and I know it'll kill you because I decided to test it on this corpse."
You would have to find a really elaborate reason to explain how kryptonite makes Superman vulnerable.
Kill a bunch of people. Yeah, the explanation is that the explanation is this: it's pieces of Krypton, the homeworld, like the materials from Krypton, that were heavily irradiated by the dying sun, and because Superman gets his power from a yellow sun, a young sun, a star that's not dying.
Yep.
Energy from a dying star, like a red sun, will sap him of his power. But because the specific element is irradiated by Raoul dying, it has an injurious effect to him, right? It is a meme explanation, but is one that is internally consistent to the rules of the universe. So you're like, okay, right, cool, yeah, great, yeah.
All I want to know from the start is that it's a rock and it's mysterious and it basically does this convenient thing to Superman.
Yeah. You hit it, you touch him with the rock, you go, and it hurts.
C-Town brings up an interesting point. Says, both Man of Steel and BVS do the same thing. They have the hero kill a bunch of people, but then when killing the main guy, they get all emotional over it. That reminds me of a certain game that just came out, too.
Yeah, hold on. Wait a minute.
Huh?
What are you referring to?
Oh my god.
I don't.
What can you be talking about?
I don't know. My cursor is definitely not over the predecessor.
Also, listen, dude.
Game.
Superman didn't kill those Kryptonians. He just sent them to hell. There's a difference. He sent them to science hell. Come on, science hell is not the same as dying. Come on, dude.
I haven't even played Call of Duty World War II. It's free on PS Plus. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? But if it's terrible, then yeah, sure. Free is free, you know.
Superman has the power of Mephisto or something like that.
Damn, bro. No, listen, dude. He sent them to the Phantom Zone. It's not the same as death. They're still just alive, but in like a horrible dimension. It's a horrible dimension where shit.
It's the replacement for the Phantom Zone.
Yeah, bro. Come on. It's just fucking horrible. But they're not dead. Don't worry about it.
Did they say they were trapped in the Phantom Zone? Or?
Yeah, that's what it was. They were sending them back to the Phantom Zone.
Okay.
Tomb Raider. Alright, well, this has been a very fun night, gentlemen.
Yes, very much so.
I'm gonna go to bed. But yes,
Same.
great talk.
I'm gonna go
Always
ahead and
fun hanging out,
end the stream.
and shooting shit.
Yeah,
Chat. I like interacting with you guys. Fun times. Good memes.
yeah.
Great. It was a great time. I will take into consideration those video games you suggested that I play with Southpaw. Also,
Yeah.
I will make him a weeb. I promise, chat, that one day, after I've converted him to the religion of Buffy, I will also make him a weeb.
Yeah, chat.
I'll
Thank you
make him
for
watch JoJo's.
thank you for tuning in, everyone,
Yes.
and engaging with us, even as I was playing like shit on the multiplayer there. And Buzz and Kapuso, great to have you guys on, especially you, Kapuso, who finally is
Yeah, fucking legend.
yeah,
It
great,
actually
best moderator ever.
happened. So powerful.
Accidentally
Well,
appointed,
grateful
but
for all the support.
great for the especially all of your name changes recently have been fantastic. But I am gonna go ahead and end the stream here, and I'm hoping it's probably not going to be until Monday that I can start The Last of Us 2. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try. I am gonna try to, if possible, I'll start tomorrow. But it's not a guarantee.
Wait. I can't wait.
Watch Buffy and Angel like cried. Yeah, we will. James Moore, we will watch Buffy and Angel.
Watch out for Macho Man.
Yes, we will. I promise I will make him do it. Mauler has already made it my mandate that I have to convert as many people as I can. I can't disappoint the long man, so I have to force him, dude.
Yeah.
And
Nick Brown.
snap into you
Oh,
like a Slim Jim.
Father Demos. Talk
I'm
about
so sorry.
bad
Father Demo.
timing.
Very bad timing. buddy.
So sad. Well, hey, you know what? You got a whole stream to rewatch. I played.
There you go.
I mutilated Abby's father's corpse, and then I save stated, and then the game wouldn't allow me to do that anymore. But you can see me at least, take off each of his limbs and his head with a shotgun. Very satisfying stuff to watch. So
Yeah, if you watch the stream, you'll understand the cult of Diamondback.